And there we are, live up in this thing. Hello, everyone. I am Paul Wizzo. And if you've ever watched the episode where we have a group discussion on Wizzo Talk, you know to make sure you've been subscribed, hit that notification bell because Wizzo Talk group session is like a Mike Tyson fight. You walk your ass away, you come back, somebody then got knocked the fuck out, and then you trying to remember what the hell is really going on. So make sure you go ahead on, get your popcorn ready, go to the restroom, empty your bladder, take a dump if you got to take a dump, or do whatever it is that you got to do. Because we bringing to y'all some shit up in here today. You like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk? The link is in the description or it's strolling across the bottom of the screen. You like to be a guest on the show? Hit me up in the comments. I'm always looking for guests, and we will get you on the show. With that being said, I'm going to keep that short and sweet. I got two other guests that's supposed to join us, and we're going to meet the guests that we have going on right now. let me clear my throat, and then we're gonna get this thing going right here. So let's start on off with Miss Shima.
Hello. I'm Shima Lab, personal development, premarital life coach. I'm all about helping you identify your identity, your gifts, your talents, who you are from a biblical perspective and help you get to where you're going.
All right. And before I pass it on to the next one, Miss Shima, you have some music out there, correct?
I do. I released two albums in January, Who Am I and I Am. You can find me on all streaming platforms except for Spotify. So there's a
Okay.
secular album, all genres, music for anybody. And then there's a Christian album if you into praise and worship, anointing, amazing albums. So go check your girl out.
Okay. And the last but not least, you also have a book because I've read it, right?
Yes, my book, What Future Me Told Past Me. Bam!
Right.
So this has
Okay.
work pages in there. This is what will help you work out your childhood trauma, things you've been through, things that have you stuck that you just keep repeating circles and you can't move on, whether it's financially, it's emotionally, it's spiritually, whatever relationship, whatever you got going on. This will make you think and force you to answer those questions to face the truth so you can get to where you're trying to go.
All right. All
And
right.
it's
Thank you
on
for.
Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart, Target. You can find it online.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Come on, Miss Cree.
Hey, I think that's pretty dope, Shima. That is amazing. You're doing a lot. That's
Thank
awesome.
you,
I love
Cree.
that.
Thank
I love that.
you.
I love that. This is Cree 21 Boom coming back at y'all. Y'all know I got my live podcast show coming May 31st. Y'all come out and check me out right here in downtown Killeen. And I have my podcast on YouTube. I stream Facebook and YouTube. Cree 21 Boom, all one word. Y'all check me out. And thank you, Paul Wizzo, for having me on your show again. I appreciate it.
All right, all right. One more thing before I go to my next guest. You say come check you out your live downtown in Killeen. Downtown Killeen is a big area, so where are they going to?
Friend, I don't have the address on me right now.
Well, just what's the
You
name
can
of the
check it out
place?
on my Facebook. It's called Elevated. I'm sorry. Yes, it's called Elevated, the name of the place. But if you check out
Name.
my Facebook page, it's all over there.
Okay,
Check
all
us
right,
out.
cool. That's what's up. All right, appreciate it. You never know where I'm gonna put you on the spot right here on Wizzo
I
Talk. So
know.
let me come to my next guest. All right, come on now with it. Oh damn.
Sorry, ladies first, my bad. What's going on, y'all? My name is Latanya Jones, or sometimes they do call me Tay. What I do is basically I'm a financial broker. I help my clients make, save, and protect their income and also preserve their retirement. So that's what I do. I'm right here in Killeen, Texas. And every Tuesday evening at 7 and every Saturday morning at 10, we do have free seminars that you can come to learn more about retirement services and, just protecting your income.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, I've been in one of those that you invited me to. I really did enjoy it. Everybody made me feel right at home. All right,
You
appreciate
saved
that.
some
All right.
money, Paul.
Well, oh yeah. What that was insurance and things like that. We gotta have it. A lot of people don't talk about it, but best believe
That's
I do.
true.
I made a video for my kids for if something happened to me. Watch this video and it tells you everything to do. Cause I know we got to travel that road.
Oh,
All right,
that's a good daddy.
let me meet my next guest right here. Come on, Seven.
Yo, it's your boy 7 Points of Bliss, aka the Pomegranate Samurai, man. Hey, I'm sorry, my camera is being really weird. But you can check me out on every major platform as far as social media under After Real Truth, all one word. You can check me on Spotify under Cosmic Currency 777. And thank you for having me, man. It's gonna be a great one.
All right. That's what's up. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, y'all, I'm gonna read off two of my little research points, and then we're gonna come to Miss Shima. Now, if you ever watch Wizzo Talk, y'all all know that I always invite guests on, and the podcast is never always about me. I always ask my guests to bring a topic with them. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. If they don't, guess what? I have plenty. We can set it on off. So, black men belong to black women. So let me try to read this right here, and then we're gonna come to Mishima and gonna get this thing going. All right, here we go. Why do some black men gravitate toward white women? Is it genuine love, excuse me, y'all, a belief that white women are more submissive, or does it go deeper to slavery days when white women were forbidden fruit? What's really driving the attraction? Heart, history, or height? And one more thing, is the idea that black men belong to black women a form of cultural protection or control? Who gets to define the term of love in the black community? With that being said, ain't nobody mad but the devil. This podcast session was inspired by Miss Shima. She was real passionate about our last session.
I
and
was.
Out of control. So right now, we're gonna let you kick it on off, and then we're gonna all chat about it. So what you got?
All right, y'all, don't take it personal. This is not racial, but black men belong to black women, and that's just what it is. Okay? Some people might disagree with that, but I believe we are our brother's keeper because we're going to be the first one to show up. We're going to be the absolute first one to show up. And as that being a responsibility, you belong to us. That's how I feel about that. I don't, the white girls and the Mexican, I ain't got nothing against different races. But when it come down to it, who really gonna hold you down? I don't even have to say it. Let's say it.
Well, let me ask you this, because on the last one you said not only do black men belong to black women, you also said even the semen belong to them.
That's our seed. That's how we reproduce. That's our seed. Your seed is our seed, and seven, your seed is our seed, and that's our seed. What you do with it, And I watch and I understand interracial stuff, but I can't tell you how much it burns me. I had a lady last year, a white lady, older than me. We come out of a conference, and it's this fine black man in the parking lot. I mean, he got that dark beard, his skin glistening. And I was like, oh. And before I even get, she gonna say, ooh, we might be in competition for him. And a white lady, and I look like I ain't even say nothing because I know that's mine. I mean, you might be his cup of tea, but I get first dibs, honey. I don't even know what made you say that.
Okay, so let me ask you this, and then I'm gonna go to my next guest. So when the sports drafts is going on, and you see these white girls up under these black guys, how do you feel about that?
It depends on who the player is, because everybody has their different kind of things, but it don't bother me to my core. But when it's a successful, beautiful man that got his stuff together, and I see you with a white woman, that disturbs me.
Okay.
Because I feel black women, we have had to tussle not as hard as black men. Y'all had it worse than black women, I feel. But we've been in that fight with you. And we're going to always be in that fight. Whether you were a Mexican or white, whatever. Who going to show up for you? Who knows how to speak for you? Who knows how to battle for you? It's us. We are our brother's keeper. So the first time you see a white cop on a black person's neck, it ain't going to be the white person to be the first one to speak up. It's going to be the black ones with our phones out, and we going to be talking, and we going to be clapping back. And you got your white woman come up here running frantic trying to talk to the white cops because they got this here going on. Okay? And it's like, it bothers me. It does bother me. Like your seed don't go over there. You know, like my dad, he messed with different cultural women, but his kids were all by black women. He made sure his kids was by a black woman.
All right, all right, all right. Let's see what Miss Cree got for us. Miss Cree, I saw you taking some notes. I think. What you got?
Well, honestly, I can't say I don't care, but it doesn't bother me at all. Like I don't. If a man don't want me, like we talking about a whole lot of black men, like not just one or two. So if he don't want me, I don't want him either. I don't care what you look like or what your race is. However, I do believe, it's already been an agenda attack on us as a people anyway. So if you was to have some status, social status or whatever, I think I believe, and that's my personal belief, that it would help our race if you get with a black woman and continue making black kids. Period. Outside of that, I really don't care. Like if you love who you love, whoever you connect with, respect. It is what it is. That's my personal take on that. What I don't like is when a black man get with somebody outside his race, and then he has a negative connotation attached to black women, and then they speak negativity towards us, and they have disdain for us. Maybe they didn't have a good relationship with their mom. Maybe they were adopted. Maybe their mom was crackhead, left on the curb. Like that's your mama. That's one person. So when you wrap all black women into that, same way if a woman say all men, I think that's where we get it left. We go left when we get it wrong at. So outside of that, if you're gonna pick somebody outside your race, don't speak down on us because of that. We already it's already an agenda to get rid of us. Like, so if we can stay together, I'm all for that, but that's not a necessity as far as, you love who you love.
All right, all right. Let's see what Miss Tanya got there. What's going on with you? What you got?
All right, so I'm gonna say it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me who you love or whatever like that. I do like to see black love. It's a beautiful thing. I'm not gonna lie. Personally, I do love to see it, but you can't go out there and say, well, you need to be with a black woman because that's who you need to be with. That's cool. You can love who you want or whatever like that. I have two boys. I educated them. Like, look, you came from a black woman, and if you choose to go and date somebody outside your race, one thing you're not gonna do is talk down on a black woman because I didn't raise you that way, and I didn't give you. I hope I didn't give you any reason to feel that way. And like Cree was saying, I just want to piggyback on that if you don't mind. That when they talk down on black women, if that's what you like, bruh, that's fine. But don't come over here talking about black woman this and black woman that because then I'm gonna be like, pull up your mama. Let me see a picture of your mama. Let me see a picture of your mama. Because a lot of times they say, well, I don't want my baby to have nappy hair. I don't want this. I don't want that. And then they end up with a light skinned version of them. Maybe still look like you. He or she just light skinned, but they still look like you, your mama, your grandmama, or whoever. So my thing is this: you can love who you want to love, but keep your mouth off of me as a black woman. That's it.
Already, already. And before we go to 7, now I know this one guy told me probably it's been a while that you will not catch him with a black woman. He said he too loud, they too ghetto, they too messy. He only dates white women or Hispanics, and he just is. I mean, and y'all talking about.
Who said that?
Say again.
Who said
Well,
that?
I'm not going to put his name out there, of course, but I know him.
Yeah, put his name out there.
I know him really well, and he is totally. I'm talking, and his mom is real light skinned, but he does not want nothing to do with no black woman at all. Period. So let me go to 7, and then I'll come back with a little bit more here. 7, what you got?
I feel like the black man definitely belongs to the black woman because they are who created us. But it's deeper than that. But people don't realize it because it's like every race on this planet comes from us. So everything on this planet belongs to the black woman. Everything came from the black woman first, especially when we start to look through science, right? The X chromosome is the dominant chromosome. So you can't get a Y chromosome, which is lesser. You know what I'm saying? Like that can't be the dominant one. So woman came first. So when we start to look at that, we have to understand the domain of the black woman and the power that she truly has. And we also have to see that there has been a deliberate attack on the stability and the foundation of the black family, as far as getting the man out of the picture, because the man is power, yes, but the woman is knowledge. So when you start to take the man out, who's going to protect her, right? So that leaves her feeling vulnerable. So that's going to make her want to go to who we perceive to be the more powerful race, which is the pale skinned people. And this is why I feel a lot of people have this fantasy when it comes to pale women. They feel that not only is it a forbidden fruit, but they feel like it's a higher class. And even when you look at black women, when they talk about white men, right, they're looking at them, but then most of the shit they're talking about ain't even derived around their personality. It's more so about what they can provide for them. Like motherfuckers be like, oh man, the white man got a better credit score and shit like that. Like they got money. And we have to start to look at these things for what they are, as brainwashing. Like you said, when you said that guy, whoever he is, was saying that women, black women, are ghetto and loud and stuff like that, right? These are all the perspectives of the enemy, and we have to start to look at that, because when you start to understand that who we call black people are the actual Native Americans, you understand why are we loud? Because this is the fuck we do, right? You know what I'm saying? Like our people were always outside.
All the way back to
It ain't,
Africa.
no, it ain't even about Africa. It's about that we're the real indigenous people of America. So we're the real Native Americans, right? Outside, you look at how we dance. All this shit is the Native American shit that they tried to steal. You know what I mean? So we're outside, we're yelling. We're used to talking loud. We're used to being rowdy. When you're looking at these black girls dancing, right? There was some college. I think I was talking about it before. It was a college where these black girls was dancing, but they wasn't even twerking. They was just dancing. Right, they was getting wild. People was frowning on them, and I'm like, bro, if you actually look at this as native stuff, right, you start to understand that all of our culture has been demonized by our enemies, and we've been indoctrinated, right, to believe these things. So loud and ghetto is not even the thing that's even uh associated with black people. That's some Jewish shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't understand anything that they speak on, right? So when we start to really look at our women and understand their power and why we're being pushed away from them, then that should bring us closer together. And I also want to say, right, that when it all comes down, because I already know it's going to be a race war, because motherfuckers getting too turned up.
Yeah.
Our black women need to understand that social media has been pushing us apart so heavily. Not even social media, because it goes before that, right? When they was tearing down, who you think put crack and guns and shit in the community to begin with? It wasn't no black face people, right? We have to look at all this. This has all been a social experiment to destroy us. So when we start to really look at this stuff, right? Our black women have to understand when everything falls down, it's going to be up to y'all to pull the black men back to y'all with y'all compassion and y'all feminine ways, because we want to be here for y'all. But a lot of black men feel hurt through generations because we feel like we were shunned by y'all. We feel like we were thrown away by you all, right? But when this race shit kick off, you are going to need us to protect you. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that y'all can't protect yourself, because women are strong. Women are
We want
warriors.
y'all.
I mean, I know.
Yeah.
We want
Let's
y'all.
let it finish. Let's
But
let it finish.
but the thing is, like, y'all have to understand with the type of shit that's going on with our enemies and how they already treat their women, right? They're not going to be for your preservation. We are, because we're your sons. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I see a black man with a white woman, I think that the black man hates his mother. You know what I mean? Like, what do you feel about your mother to not? Because psychology teaches you, right? You're gonna find a woman that's like your mother. So if you getting a motherfucking woman outside of your race, what happened to your mind? Something happened to you to make you hate yourself in such a way that it's like, damn, dog, you couldn't even see something in your mother, your first teacher, your first love. You can't find that in another woman. You know what I'm saying? Who looks like you, because you've been trained to think that black women are negative. It's wild. But this is the type of thing we had to step away from.
All right, that's what's up. So we done made a round. Let me address this right here. We got a lot of comments, so if y'all like to address any of the comments, y'all should be able to see the comments also. And I'm also putting them up on the screen. Actually, some are pretty good. I was reading them. So we didn't went around the room. Anyone wants to address anything? Okay.
Yeah, what he's saying, what Seven said, you absolutely correct. I just literally did a video on this about praise and worship. Now that the Pope Leo repented for what they did, Roman Catholic Church to Africa, he did repent, which was a major thing. Not only did he repent, he said everything they took from Africa 400 years ago, the Vatican is going to return it to Africa now. And he called on the rest of the world, anything that they took from Africa, to return it and right their wrongs. So that was a major step for the Pope to say that. But when they took our word before they made that Bible, like you said, we loud for a reason. When you read about David, David danced out his clothes. Do you think he danced quietly out of his clothes? He was shouting and hollering, and he was loud. We're loud people, but white people come in, they tell us to be quiet, be silent. I ain't never seen, where in Africa do you see people sitting in hymns humming quietly? That ain't us. That ain't us. That's something they created for their praise and worship and silence. God didn't call us to be silent. He said, make a joyful noise. He said, make a loud, joyful noise with timbrels and harps. Party. He said, get it crunk, get it popping. And that's what Black people do. That's what Hebrew Israelites do. That's not the Christian thing that they did. So we here in America, and they still saying, oh, they loud, they angry. No, we're not angry. You just don't understand. You raped our country and our land, took what you wanted, and then because we don't adjust fully to how you think we should act, you want to call us loud and ignorant. No, you just have never accepted who we are. So you absolutely right about that. Understanding who we are in our DNA. How do we praise? How do we worship? How do we make a joyful sound? So I agree with you, Seven.
All right, that's what's up. Tell you what you got.
I'm in this coffee shop, y'all, so I'm making sure that I mute it so I don't interrupt anybody else when they're talking, so I don't want to be disrespectful. So, basically, yes, I do believe in what he was saying as far as our culture and things like that, because I've been doing more research and stuff like that, and a lot of us come from here. We already were here in the Americas, so we don't even know what we were doing before then. They don't know if we were loud or not or whatever like that. But when that one guy that you were saying that doesn't like he like Hispanics and things, baby, he must have not seen Puerto Ricans fight. 'Cause they loud.
Yeah.
One of my best friends growing up was Puerto Rican, and her family was loud. They loud, they cook good food, and think they was good people just like us. And if you mess them over, they'll mess you over just like us. So it is what it is. You can't say that. Just say that that is your preference. And I wish you would just drop the name. I mean, I wouldn't say nothing.
Yeah.
You have to
No.
just find his inbox and be like, what your mama look like? Or how does your mama treat you? Because like Stephen was saying too, it goes back to your mom. It goes back to your mom. And the reason why I think too, well, I can just give my own opinion. For a long time, I didn't like black men, and I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I didn't like black men, I'm gonna be very honest. It went back to my dad. My dad was in the home. He raised us and stuff like that. But you know what he used to tell my mom? I wish I had boys.
Mm.
So for a long time, my worth as a woman was, it was like, well, dang, I'm not worth anything because I'm not a boy. So I used to be like, man, fuck them dudes. And then that's what God did. He blessed me with two boys.
All right.
He blessed me. He blessed me with two boys. And guess what that did? That made me love black men because I have two African American sons. So that made me love them. So sometimes the thing you hate, God will give it to you.
All right.
God will give it to you. So that's how my love came back for the black men because I had two of them. Other than
I
that, I
agree
used to
with
be like,
that.
ugh.
I
So
agree with that.
Yeah.
After I went through my
So
divorce,
Oh. Let me see what Cree got. She might come right back to you
Man, they
after
going
I
off in
went
the
through my
comments. I'm over in the
in the
comments.
comments.
Like,
Hell yeah, that dude
Hard.
Rob Tyler.
Yeah, go ahead, Cree.
well, dang, I had a few things and I start reading these comments like, oh my God.
The
But to
comments is
reference,
going hard.
I seen Jack had chimed in. Hey, Jack. I don't think she just meant, because I think he said something about um, do the ones that have money, is those the ones that belong to us? No, she said all black men. That's what she said. That's what you said, right, Shima? All black
yep,
men. And
yep.
then this other guy. Okay, well, let me get my thoughts off because I
Yeah,
can
there's
even
so many comments I've been reading too, but go ahead.
so my thoughts are, it's just like So the idea of whiteness was like the standard, the beauty standard, right? So anything else was not cute or attractive. So I do believe that a lot of black men go outside their race. I think Latanya said it, because they want their kids to look a certain way. But if you ever really think about it and look at black people, we come in all shades. And this is what he was saying: all shades, sizes, have hair. Some of us have light skin. It don't. We come in everything. We're the only race of people that come in everything. So even like you said, if you get the white woman on whatever race, your kid still might come out looking just like you with some nappy hair. Like it is what it is. You can't determine what your kid gonna come out looking like. So end of the day, I really do not like stress myself on things that I can't control, because everything goes back to slavery, beginning of time. Like we've all been brainwashed because we all went through the education system. Like we all need like a deprogramming. You know what I mean? I seen in the comments like it says, "Do black women love themselves?" Hell yeah. A lot of
Hell
us love
yeah.
ourselves, just like black
Hell
men. A
yeah.
lot of them love themselves. And then another thing is like, whoever has a voice can be loud. I think
Yeah.
we all around here ticking time bombs, ready to explode. Who fucking shooting up the schools?
Yeah.
It ain't usually us. Like who's going off? And you right. He mentioned it. He said, "You ever went to a rage white?" I went to one. You right. They were fucking loud and banging. I got a headache and got the hell up out of there. So everybody's capable of being loud, like not just black women. And guess what? We are fucking angry sometimes. When you think
Oh,
about
yeah.
the injustices we watch on TV and see you put your fucking shoe on a neck and get off. Like, come on, dude. Like, who wouldn't be angry? Imagine if it was your dad, your uncle, your brother, your child getting shot by the cops. Guess what? It's an emotion. You will get angry. So we ain't out here just smiling and happy and being treated unfairly, like in the workplace. Women, I mean, come on, man. It always
Dealing
goes
with
all the way
Becky.
back. It's always an underlying issue there. And we wasn't just like this today. Like it's a lot of shit that we have to go through and deal with. You know what I mean? So I
They
sit here
don't get
angry
it.
talking about it.
Yeah.
Like they'll never understand because they
Right.
never was us. They can't really relate. They'll tell us to get over it. You could just lost your son last week from a fucking cop, and they'll tell you to get over it.
Get
Get out of
over
here.
it. Like
Your
it ain't
life is
nothing.
they don't know until it hits their doorstep. Like that one black guy whose son got killed and then he killed a cop, and they had a million cops in there for one man. Or you watch on TV and you see a guy in handcuffs and they still sick the dog on him. Like, come on now, that shit is crazy. Like these people been doing this shit forever and getting away with it.
It's 100 years.
I don't know. I would never be with a white person. I don't give a damn. I don't care what they
100.
say. I will stay with my
Me
black people.
neither.
Period. And if you choose to, that's up to you. I don't give a damn. But I'm staying where I'm staying.
Already.
And
All right,
that's all
Shima.
I got to say about that.
Well,
Hey y'all, let me hold up, Shima. Hold up before you go. I am going to go on and thank the guests that's watching right now, the viewers that's watching right now. Hey, I appreciate y'all comments. Keep them coming. We are reading some of them. Some of them are it's some fire shit. I can't read every one of them to everything, but keep them coming. So okay,
Yeah.
Shima, sorry about that. Go ahead.
yeah, one of the things that really disturbed me, I'm gonna say two things. One, what Chris said, yes. When I went through my divorce, I had such a bitter taste in my mouth for the experience, and I just didn't fool with men. And my perception changed of men. Like I'm solo bolo and I'm so good, but it was because I had two boys. Because I could have just wrote men off and be like, I'm good. I'm so good. But I have two boys and they watch how I interact with them and trying to separate my feelings from a fully grown, developed man from my young adult boys. My boys gave me a better perception of, I guess, purity. Not saying they perfect or nothing like that, but they were not conditioned to be a certain way. So I still got it helped me to get over that, like what Cree said. And then the other thing is, all through my teenage years, I'd be on dates with black men, riding down the street, going somewhere. The police pull us over. Well, they make him get out the car, got him all on the hood. They see me and they don't even ask me to get out the car. And so I have to sit here and watch them do this black man this way in front of my face. And I know he didn't do nothing wrong. I know they had no reason to stop us. And I watched this over and over and over and over all through the 90s, all early 2000s. And so now that as an adult, I don't play that about black men. And I wasn't old enough before. I would get intimidated by white people. I would get intimidated by white cops because they make you watch them degrade your men. And they make you stand there and watch, and they treat you nice, but they degrade your man in front of you. And there's nothing, I remember feeling so helpless. So helpless. Nobody, if I stand up to help him, they gonna give me the same thing they giving him. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm to this age and I have it up here, what I need to do, I don't play that about black men. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want, like what Trump doing with the white, what he called genocide. Ain't nobody killing no damn white people. Okay? It's a lie. And for you to even verbalize that because you used to doing that for all these years and think we gonna buy that? No, because you trying to displace black people again in America. You still doing the same thing. But like Seven said, we got to start coming together and quit letting them divide us. Nothing against white people and nothing like that. But when you look at it from the perspective of a people, we are our brother's keeper. If the woman and the white woman and the whoever is so doggone good to you, that's fine, be blessed. But if you're looking at it from a perspective of trying to make a difference, trying to heal, trying to do something to improve our culture, then you're going to make your decisions a little bit differently if you take it to heart and you take it to spirit. If you understand what your assignment is and what you're really doing as one of God's people. So I'm done.
All right, boy, got that passion in there. I'm gonna say, I mean, I got a couple of things. I didn't even write some of that shit down because I was too busy reading the comments. So thank y'all for the comments coming in. And I think it kind of goes back to a little bit of slavery. I think that some of the guys want that white pussy, and then you catch some of them guys, the white men, they sit back and dream of getting some black pussy. You know, because they was taking it back in the day and taking it and robbing it and stealing it and fucking them and doing whatever they wanted to with them. And now they can't. So a lot of them sit back and just dream of just, if they out on the street buying pussy, they not, the white guy, the elder white guy, whoever, he's not buying no pussy from no white girl. He's getting some of that dark skin. He want that dark. He want them so black and so dark that damn thing so pink it look red. So he just trying to get with them. And I think that some of the younger guys or some of the other guys are wanting that white woman because usually whenever you see anything, the first thing a white woman want to do is suck a dick. And some black women are kind of hesitant about sucking dick. You know, they'll kind of shy away from it and move it all around their damn face. First thing white woman gonna do, she gonna go there because she want to suck that black dick. So but this is just my thought, you know. And, you know, I know Sheeman was saying that the semen belongs to the black women too, but I mean, that's just what I'm thinking. You know, you got that young guy, he's up in college or whatever. And the black girl, she kind of like cares a little bit more about herself. This white girl over here, she like, fuck it, he gonna get this, he gonna get that bag, I'm gonna lick his ass, suck his toes. You know, so she's willing just to do a whole lot. But that's just my thoughts, you know, they couldn't get the white pussy back in the day. Now that it's handed to them freely, they trying to stick it as much as they can. And the white man, he couldn't. Now he can't just go and take it from this old black guy over here. Because guess what? This motherfucker over here got an AK-47 also. So he ain't gonna go over there and just take that pussy. But when he out on the streets, he gonna buy it. And with that being said, I'm gonna let Seven go and come on and get a little bit while I read some of these comments.
Hey, first I want to say, Rod Tyler, he been tweaking out on me since I spoke, bro. Like, I did not say black people are the loudest people, man. I never said that. I just gave a reason why we are loud and why they always come to black people and say, use your inside voice, not your outside voice, bro. You know what I'm saying? We see the world differently than every other race. You know what I'm saying? Our senses are heightened. Our genetics are different. And this is all scientifically proven. You can look this up. You got to stop bugging and listen carefully, man. Also, man, when it comes to the black woman owning us and having us, we belong to them, right? I think that when it really comes down to it, the black woman, a lot of black women don't see it like that, right? When we look at the other cultures, especially the pale skinned people, right? We look at them and we've been brainwashed to think that it's a hierarchy, like they're better. Everything that they have given the world, right, has been like a flip. It's a reversal. So they tell us we're bad. You know what I'm saying? We're super predators. This is the shit they do. Everything they love, they kill. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't pay attention. People don't pay attention to this. They love animals, so they kill them and hang them up on their walls and shit. Like they kill everything, they destroy everything. They tell us our skin is too dark, right? So then we bleach our shit and they go out and get suntans, right? They tell us that, oh man, the black man shouldn't want the black woman and the black woman shouldn't want the black man. And then everything that they put on TV, right, is mixed race now. So if you gonna look at some shit on TV, right, either you gonna see an all white family or you gonna see a black man with a motherfucking white woman, or you gonna see a white man with a black woman on TV. This is how they do it. This is how they portray it, right? Back in the days, like what Shima was talking about, right? This is not nothing new with the police beating black men in front of black women. It was called buck breaking. So what they did was they destroyed the black man in front of the black woman so that she could see what that's gonna get them, right? So then the black woman has children and she teaches her kids how to be more subservient, right? It's all a mental game with these people. It's all about destruction. We have to understand exactly what's going on, and we also have to understand how to help our youth and help guide them, right?
Oh shit. Seven.
Everybody is really scared of our black youth. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. I don't, like the crazy part about.
You good? You have
All right.
fools, but you good.
No, so everything about our black youth is terrifying everybody else around the world if you actually pay attention. Everybody's talking about how unruly they are, how they crash out, how they got guns with switches. But people don't understand this. Our people have been persecuted and shitted on for so long. The ancestors are being reborn through us. These children are the ancestors back, but they haven't been guided. Some of them remember. Some of them remember what the fuck happened, and some of them don't, right? Because we not guiding them. A lot of our elders now are fucked up in the head, so they don't even be thinking straight. Motherfuckers be thinking about drinking, dancing, doing crazy shit. Nothing is about building culture, civilization, or anything like that, right? But a lot of these kids are the ancestors come back, so they have this rage in them. They ready to motherfucking destroy some shit, as they should be. We all should be ready to destroy some shit because motherfuckers keep fucking with us.
And we are.
Yeah, but motherfuckers is scared. So like you said, like you was watching that, well, the guy was fucking, or the police was fucking with that guy, and you were scared to do anything like that. Think about how many more people are like that. When in all actuality, if we all came together, we saw police fucking with somebody in our community, right? And all the black women stood up in the community and came over to that police officer, asked what's going on. You think the brother's not gonna be behind y'all? That's the type of movements we have to start making because they're gonna keep killing our babies, right? And our babies are our soldiers. They know this, right? You look at videos of young white children, these motherfuckers shooting guns, training. Nobody ever say nothing about the white kids shooting, but they the ones shooting up the schools, though. They getting all the gun training and then they go practice this shit in school. You know what I mean? The black kids, they just hurting their own communities because motherfuckers don't know no better. They just trying to sell drugs, do reckless shit. But who put the drugs and the guns in the communities? Like I was saying before, we're not thinking about that. We didn't give ourselves these guns. We didn't give ourselves these motherfucking drugs. It was all planted there for this specific reason. So we really need to be guiding our youth. Our women need to be guiding the children better. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the music we listening to and all that. Because the men gonna follow suit. The men be on it. But when you walk up to a child and you tell them not to do that, and their mama walk up to you and tell you don't talk to a fucking kid, where does that go from there? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you speak reason to her? We belong to y'all, but can we talk to y'all?
Gotcha. Let me ask. I think Cree said something a while ago that she wouldn't date. Well, let me just ask this, Cree.
Ooh.
White man, will you date a white man?
Absolutely not.
I didn't even get to finish.
She already said she wasn't going.
But okay, so you're saying absolutely not, but why wouldn't you not date a white guy?
Well, first of all, I'm not attracted to them. Second of all, I've seen them kill and they advertise it for us. Like, I don't trust them. Like, I have done my research on history. They smile in your face and stab you in the back. They can get loud. I've had experiences on my job. Like they will get loud as soon as I raise my voice. I'm angry. I'm like, I'm not angry. I'm just giving you what you give me. Because I can control my voice. I can come down. I have exercise and practice self-control so much that you can scream at me and I'll just look at you like something's wrong with you. I will walk away because of the stereotype and the stigma that's been attached to Black women. I purpose myself to act and react differently so that they can't say it's ever me. You know what I mean? Like, just like some Black women have issues with each other for whatever reason, like I experienced a hatred. Like I really don't like that. Like I love to see us getting along, partying, dancing, having a good time. I'll be the first one to apologize if I ever have anything or if I hurt her feelings or whatever, because I want to change the narrative. Like, but I can't do it by myself. You know what I mean? Like, so whoever I'm around, I'm trying to get us to see this is a fucking problem and only we can fix it.
It's a fucking
So let me
problem.
let me ask this right here. So Creed, you're saying I'm looking at something here. So it's been said that love is blind. So you're saying that no matter how blind love is,
Well, I don't
you
believe
not
that. I believe that love is a choice. I believe
okay.
you choose who you want to love and put time and energy in and respect. I believe you can choose that.
Okay. And
I
you
said,
know for a fact that that would not be no white man.
absolutely not.
Okay.
Gotta
All
be
right.
a good Black man. And I'm
All right.
holding on for dear life.
All right. Cool. All right. Let me ask PM. We see we're gonna get right to you there, brother.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Let's take.
I haven't ever never dated a white man before. Dated Hispanics and things like that because they're more closest to me. That's that tribe or whatever. But at the same time, I mean, I love black men. I love black men. I love them so much. I made two of them. But no, I love black men, and I love to see black love. And instead of worried about the light skin, dark skin thing, we just need to learn how to love each other. And that's it. Instead of worried about being loud or whatever like that, just learn to love each other. And they always talk about black women, but we're the first women that you come to get when you have any type of problem. When they were trying to get women to vote, who did they come get? Black women. When they wanted to do different things, who did they come to get? Black women. We have been throughout history the main people on the front lines fighting for things, and we're always forgotten. People will come and use us for our resources and everything else, and then we're always there's nothing left for us. We
Left
still
out.
have to continue to fight and fight and fight for us. But you'll come get us in a heartbeat because the power of a black woman is very powerful. We're so
Okay.
loud, we get things done. That's why you come to us.
Right. That's what's
That is
up.
why you come to us.
All right, let me come over here to Miss Shima. But Shima, before you go, let me just say, hey, everyone in the comments, we appreciate it. Hey, your comments, hey, your free speech over here. You say whatever the fuck you want to say. We'll address some of that shit. Some of that shit we won't. We'll just look at it and read it. But hey, you drop that shit like you want to. I mean, we don't give a fuck around here on Wisdom Talk. We make it do what it do. I'm gonna come to Miss Shima with that same question, and then we got to give a man PM up on here. Shima, what's up with it?
Back back to them white folks. Okay. So I'm not racist, y'all. I promise you I'm not. But I did have a white client. And she asked me, she white, and she asked me, have you ever dated white guys? And I told her no. And she said, why not? And this links to what Cree said. I said, well, one, I'm not attracted to them, but two, I told her, you can't read them. They just be killing people. And she white, and she said, well, yeah, that's true. I said, oh, okay. That's one topic. The other thing with these white men, when I watched multiple videos this week of racial kids, but they're adults now. They were either Hispanic and black or white and black, but they said they had a white mother, or either they had a Hispanic mother, the fathers were black, but they dealt with racism from their own mothers. So the one who had the white mother said the mom would try to be more, I guess, cultural or black, which raises another topic, which is why white women even want our men. They want your swag. You dress a certain way. You got that talk. You know how to talk that talk. You da da da. that belongs to us too. All of that swag they see, that's our swag. But they want that swag. You give them that swag, they have babies with you. And I've watched a whole bunch of videos. My mom told me to get your nappy head in the house. Now, that's your mom and she got a baby by a black man, but she still don't have no right to tell the child, get your nappy head in the house. I don't ever want to hear you say that. Even if you white with a black baby, I don't ever want to hear a white mama tell their mixed child, get your nappy head in the house. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. So yeah, with that thing, I don't hate interracial dating or anything like that, but I believe that's why it wasn't about love in the ancient days. It was about arrangement and understanding what purpose you're trying to create. That's why they had prearranged marriages. Who is going to keep the family together? Who is going to manage the money and the business? Who's going to be a good fit to complete what we need done in these generations and in our lineage? It wasn't about, oh, I love him, I love him, I love him. No, 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 no. That's why they had arranged marriages. It wasn't about love.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's
Before
it.
before I come to PM right here, all of the viewers that's watching right now, you'd like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk. The link is in the description, also in the chat. It's Wizzo Talk 8972. This black men belong to black women, even the semen. This podcast session was inspired by Shima. So if any of you out there watching right now, you like to come on, you have a topic you like to talk about, shit, hit me up. And we'll get up here and talk about it. Don't be scared to get on camera. You talk that shit behind that damn mic, not that mic, behind that fake picture, that no picture on there. Bring your ass on the camera and talk about that shit head up. Let us see your face. Don't be scared. All right, with that being said, let me come over here to PM because I know you've been listening to this shit, PM. You probably got a lot to say because we've been talking about it. You know how we do it here at Wizzo Talk. So what you got?
Yeah, I've been listening in, man. It's very interesting. I'm gonna say this: like, I believe your semen gonna belong to whoever you give it to. So if you attract whatever you attract and you shoot up the club that night, that's just whoever it is. I don't personally believe that I'm dedicated to just one race of people or anything of that nature. I don't believe that my woman that I might end up with or that's for me might not even be in the United States. You know what I'm saying? She could be anywhere. But different strokes for different folks. I believe that anybody can love anybody, whatever the case may be. I see a lot, and I've heard everybody's points, right? But I like how we can come together on this topic. But if we were to go to other shows and get on other podcasts and things of that nature, us as black people, we instantly have the argument of what the black man ain't and what the black woman isn't. You know what I'm saying? So now we can come together on this topic on, where the semen belong and who we belong to in race, but then we go back and forth about what we're not to each other on different platforms and different things like that. And you can see that on all social media networks. You know what I'm saying? I think the conversation that needs to be had is when do we start carrying these conversations on throughout the world and throughout the office space, the workplace, and stuff like that? I mean, to show a togetherness, you know what I'm saying? To let them know that we are here for the queens and the queens are here for the kings. Um, of course, it's going to be like a preference thing. You never know who to attract, but I just know that the black man is it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you didn't see it incorporated in our culture into the commercials. Everybody wants the black man. We don't never hear about black men talking about black women going to the white men. Why is that? It's because, we are them people. We the chosen people, we the chosen ones. So of course, when we figure that out and we're able to figure that out, we can dominate the world. We can run this place, right? And that's what they don't want us to see. They don't want us to do. They don't want us to get that unity and things of that nature. So once we figure that part out, then we will understand who we really are and the true power that we possess as black men. And of course, the black women going to support us, and we're going to support our black women. But we just live in that time right now to where it's very few of us, and we don't, as black men, really know our worth. Just to be honest with you, and understanding why they
That's
want
true.
us, right? They want us for the athlete. They want our height. They want,
And they
Let
can't
him
have
let him
you.
finish.
I
Shima,
said they
Shima,
can't
let him
have you.
finish. Let him finish.
and,
They
Shima,
can't
let
have
him
you.
finish.
Shima is steady trying to hijack sperm and semen throughout the state. So, as you can see, that we really don't know, our worth, and
Right.
that's crazy because we've been here a long time. Once we tap into that energy, we can actually, unify and then, take over a different part of the world. But as for right now, you know what I'm saying, it's just it is what it is as far as evolution. We went from being slaves to the white man, like he said, somebody was mentioning, they was out there knocking down our black women and going into the house and talking to their wife. The wife knew he was going out there having sex with the black woman, the black slaves. You know what I mean? That's how we mixed the last names up with the black names to the white names to now we got Johnson Joneses and all that. It's all mixed up because they were attracted to the the black woman back in those days. And now, after child after child has been born into this world and the blood is mixed, that's what we have. So as far as being loud and things of that nature, everybody's loud. And it's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're just a little bit more vocal. We even laugh loud. You know what I'm saying? We run, jump, fall, skip, slap people and everything. It's just what we do. And like somebody else mentioned, Puerto Ricans do it also.
Right.
Mexicans do it also, you know what I'm saying? So it's just not something that we put on, we can put on our people, you know what I'm saying, on black people. But I noticed that anything that's negative or anything that's has to be said will be put on us, you know what I'm saying? And it's just something that we really don't pay attention to. It's another form of hate. But live your life, man. You know what I'm saying? If you like somebody that's same color, light skin, dark skin, white, whatever the case may be. We live in a day and age right now. It's just that, you're gonna do what you're gonna do anyway when the doors close and the lights go off. So
Yeah.
do what you do. But everybody's preference is gonna be their preference and
Mhm.
everybody's lifestyle is gonna be their lifestyle.
Right, that's what's up. Let me just address one thing, and then I need to hit seven, and then Shima. Rob was talking about ain't nobody scared of showing their face. It's a choice to do or not to do. Hey, Rob, I agree with you. It is a choice, but I'm speaking from experience from the people that I've asked to come on the show, and they've said they don't want to show their face and they don't want to be on camera. So you're right. It is a choice. Not everybody wants to be on. Some people do. Some people don't. Some of them scared, some of them not scared. So you're not speaking from everybody. I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm just speaking from the experience from the people that I've asked to come on Wizzo Talk, and they did not want to show their face. Let me hear what Seven said, and then I got to see what she was. Seven, what's up?
I just gotta address two things that came from the comments. One was from Rod. Like, I'm not taking away from I'm not taking any of the power away from what the people do in the black community. It's a choice, right? You were completely right about that. But the crazy thing about all of this is, right, when they brought drugs and guns, when they brought the drugs and guns into the black community, right, it was a choice for motherfuckers to take that. And it was definitely a choice for motherfuckers to be selling drugs. But for hundreds of years, our people have been beat down, bro, told that they're worth nothing, right? You don't know what type of depression people was dealing with when motherfuckers do this shit, right? I've seen people smoke crack and they motherfucker like my uncle, he started smoking crack after his wife died. His wife, she was black. She was his best fucking friend, bro. After that, this nigga didn't have no type of motherfucking like lust for life. He just like he went down. He was a teacher. He stopped teaching and then he started smoking crack after his wife died. This nigga traveled to Jamaica, stayed there for like half a year, came back smoking crack, bro. That shit was nuts. My thing, what I'm saying is, you don't know what motherfuckers is going through. And when people can control your living conditions and people can control where you can and cannot work, right? If a motherfucker put some guns in your hands and tell you can make money off this shit, nigga, motherfucker gonna do it. Back in them days, right now, I mean, shit's a little bit better, just a tiny bit. But back then, man, motherfuckers got some crack put in their hands, some cocaine put in their hands. It wasn't just black people they were selling it to. Motherfuckers were selling drugs to any and everybody they can get money from. It just so happened motherfuckers was buying in the black community. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at stuff like that. Just because you didn't go through anything and you didn't live in that perspective, right? You don't know what people were going through. And I'm not taking nothing off black people. Motherfuckers made choices. You know what I'm saying? Just like I don't give a fuck what white people want. I don't care what white people think, right? But you don't live through other people's shoes, so you don't see things like how other people see it. You only see it from your perspective. That's why they call it a personality, right? It's your personal perspective, right? This is I can understand why you are the way you are because I can understand how you think the way you do, right? But you still have to see things from other people's perspective because you don't live in their shoes. You don't know what people deal with. Secondly, I wanted to address. I think it was a lady. I'm not even too sure. She was saying that why would the black women have to go out to the police first? Why not the men? See, the reason why I said that was because people don't perceive black women, right, to be dangerous like that. You know what I mean? So if you're a woman, right, people gonna think you is nurturing. They not gonna think like, oh, these women about to come over here and fuck some shit up. The women will go out to address the police officers if they fuck with a kid or some shit like that in the community first, because they're gonna be perceived as more feminine, more soft. If you get a bunch of black men just walking over there right away, the way police are now, motherfuckers might just start shooting in the crowd. You don't even know. You know what I'm saying? People have to start thinking rationally. Stop, like, bro. I feel like a lot of these comments are coming from emotional places, and I do understand and respect it, right? But if you're not thinking rationally, you're just gonna cause more problems. The sisters gonna go out there because they the mothers. They birthed these children, right? They gonna want to see what's happening first. Even though our women are some of our most powerful warriors, if you look through history, women were some of the most powerful warriors. I'm talking about on the battlefield, pregnant fighting. You know what I'm saying? Pregnant fighting like a motherfucker. People don't know anything these days, right? They just speak from emotional places. So you have to think strategically. If a bunch of white women was to walk up on you, would you perceive them as a threat? Most black men wouldn't. But if you look through history, you will see the most dangerous enemy to the black man isn't even the white man. It's the white woman. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit that was done to black men was done because white women was falsely saying shit about black men. Look at
Shannon
Emmett
Sharp.
Till. Emmett Till, he was beaten to death, bro. And then a motherfucker lady, she like fucking 85 or some shit. She finally came out and said she was lying the whole time. And there's been other people like that. There was a man who's been in jail for like 50 years off these two twin white women saying that he tried to rape them or some shit. And now they came out and said 45 years later, this nigga never did anything. And they had to let this nigga out of jail. So it's like we have to start to understand who our enemy truly is. And that's why I don't be understanding why the black man goes so quick to the white woman. Because what was that guy who was playing Kane the Conqueror in a Marvel movies, right? He was dating a white girl. She fucked him over. Now he don't even have a contract with Disney no more. And now he fucking married to Megan Good. So he got fucked over by a white woman, then shot directly back over to a black woman. You see what I'm saying? We got to look at these things and think rationally and start to understand who are our allies and who are our enemies. Because a lot of these niggas, they get on, get these football contracts, get a white girl pregnant, right? And then she stop fuck with him and take all his money. Look at Kanye. This is the second white bitch she on, bro. And she trying to take all the rest of the shit he got. People not thinking, bro. Because we've been brainwashed. And that's why I'm trying to tell my man over here in the comments, right? Rod, motherfuckers is brainwashed. You thinking rational, while other motherfuckers is thinking how the enemy wants them to think. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between public school and private school teaching.
Let me come to Shima, and then we're gonna see. Hey guys, to my guests right here, I'm not sure how long we're gonna go. So if someone has to jump off or leave, just make sure you send me a message or something in case you're gonna want to get some closing comments in or something like that. And to all of our guests, to all of the viewers that's watching, hey, we appreciate y'all. Keep the comments coming in. We'll address some of them. If you'd like to be a guest, Rob, I appreciate you subscribing. And someone else did. I forgot who had said it. I said thank you. So I appreciate y'all subscribing. We're dealing with police brutality on the 28th. We have a different set of guests on. And we keep it real. And everybody we get emotional. And you can tell in some of the people's voices here. So we appreciate y'all watching and keep the comments coming. And let me go with Shima's.
Okay, so a few things. One, like Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp going through that right now with the white girl. You know, Cat Williams done talked about it. Monique done talked about it. They told her quit messing with them white girls. He lost 100. Was it 100? 100 million? 100 million? 100,000? Some kind of $1 million contract he lost behind a white girl. Okay, so and again, this ain't racist, but I have my brother, my stepbrother. He dark as charcoal. Okay, go find him the liliest white girl he can find. He go with this white girl. Her daddy a straight racist. He done had 2 kids with this white girl. Things done fell apart, most likely her parents in her ear. She done left my brother, took the kids and bounced, and my brother can't even find his damn kids. Okay? So, you know, everybody relationship ain't like that, but when it comes to this interracial stuff, you know, I'm just keep it black. But on the other hand, I want to say to the viewers, I just want to give a fair warning because Seven said something, and on the last podcast it was mentioned too. But I'm just gonna give y'all a fair warning. If you white watching this, share with your friends, share with your people. If you black and you got white friends, share with your friends, share with your people. But Seven said we gonna be coming up on a race war. And a lot of you white people, Caucasian, European, however you want to put it, don't understand the struggle we've been through. And we steady telling you, and you act like you don't hear nothing we saying for 400 years because slavery is over. We have hit a boiling point. You know that thing called a fine line? That line is real fine right now. It's like real fine. And you saw last week, the or whenever the cop shot the son, the daddy went found the cop, ran his ass over. Then you got KKK was in Atlanta. They thought they were bold enough to go to Atlanta dressed in white sheets and thought that they were gonna do something. Well, they got unalived. They got straight unalived, but you didn't see none of that on the news because white people control the media and they want to make it look like they have black people under control. But I'm here to tell you, my son told me the other day, Mama, we not the same generation as you. And I'm saying that about my ancestors. So if I'm not like them and my saying they ain't like me, and I know I'm a force to be dealt with, baby, I'm telling y'all, you want to know why the young ones is going off? You don't want them. I'm telling you right now, you do not want them. So whatever mindset changes you need to go through, whatever realizations, whatever you need to accept about your own race and your own culture, about what they're doing and what they have been doing, you better get a grip on it now to try to level this stuff out. Try to level this stuff out because Africa, our home continent,
Right.
they going off right now. They going off and they calling for the offspring of their ancestors. I'm an offspring of our ancestors. On this screen, these are offsprings of our ancestors. And so, like Seven said, the ancestors, we highly spiritual and we connected. And that mansion, the oldest slave quarters in US, burnt down, gone, gone. So all y'all white people who think black people are under control and Trump got you and this and that, black people at a thin line and we ain't taking it no more. We don't want to hear no excuses. We don't want to hear no reasons why. We don't want to hear about white people being genocide and we being racist against them in Africa when you have raped our country, stole from us, oppressed us, degraded our men in front of us, killed our children in front of us, took our money, took our land. We don't have no tolerance left for it, point blank, period. And I'm saying this to you as an individual, but I'm telling you where my people are right now. And you don't want it. You don't want it. So do whatever you got to do in your heart to be kind, to be just, to be fair, to be right, and even to reparate what you've done. Deal with your people.
That's what's up. Let me. I'm gonna come to Cree and then Tay Tay next, Latanya next. But I just want to go up to a comment that Rob said. Ain't gonna be no race war. Stop it. Black people only boycott in March. And Rob, we've covered that on one of the other podcasts because I was talking and I can't remember. That's the thing about here on Wisdom Talk. All this shit is uncut, it's unedited, unscripted, all that unshit. So we never know. I'm not prepared for that, but I get tired of seeing us out there marching and singing and chatting. I'm like,
We
fuck
ain't
that.
doing that no more.
But there are people out there. There are black people out there, and they are arming themselves, and they are being prepared. It may not be a race war. Seven talked about it may be a race war. It may not be. but I know that a lot of race shit is taking place. And Rob, I bet you prepared if some shit jump off. I don't know you, but I bet you got some shit. You probably got some heat. If a motherfucker jump out of place, you're gonna probably put his ass in place. And we need more of us to come together. Seven have said that on a number of podcasts about us coming together. If black people out there and they see somebody, a cop jumping on whatever, one of us and standing there and making themselves known. So I just want to just address that right quick. I am tired of seeing us marching and chatting and all that shit. Fuck that. But the last thing I'll say is on this last one that all of the whites were protesting something about maybe Elon, I can't remember. But the blacks was out line dancing. So they like, shit, that's y'all war. Fuck that shit. So I can't remember exactly what it was, but on my last note, just black people are arming themselves. So with that, I'm gonna yield back and let Miss Creed see what she got.
Bless you, my heart. She's so passionate about it.
Yeah.
But I swear, black women are the bottom of the totem pole. We are the bottom of the hierarchy system. We are at the low of the lowest. We get the least amount of respect. It has been that way for a long time. That's my experience. That's my experience with the black women in my life. They don't listen to us. They probably should, but they don't. And I'm talking about black men in general. Like, men usually only listen to other men. This is my personal opinion. They don't listen to us. They don't give a F. I think we are loyal to them to a fault because we have black sons. You know what I mean? We have seen what has happened with our black sons and our black men, and we take it personally. But I don't think black men care nearly as much about us as we do them. That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
I don't care who don't agree
I
with me.
kind of agree with that.
Yeah. So I kind of I be on the fence about a lot of things. I would love to see us come together. Even when PM spoke and said, my wife might be in another country, whatever the case may be, it's just it made me think about an experience, and not you personally, PM, but just in general, the black guys that I know. I was at Taco Tuesday yesterday. I was sitting at a table with another black lady and another black man. A black man walked up. He greeted the black man. He didn't say anything to the two black women at the table, me and the other young lady. So a little bit go back because he sat next to me. I'm like, damn, he didn't even speak to us. I just thought about it. So I turned around, I speak to him. And he looking around. I said, I'm speaking to you. You just sat down. You didn't speak to everybody at the table. I mean, we here, we exist, And then he's like, I did speak to you. I spoke to you first. Now, mind you, I hadn't had nothing to drink. So I'm like, wait, am I tripping? I asked the man and the lady on the other side, and we all cool. I didn't know the guy, but we all cool. And they were like, no, he didn't speak to y'all. And so he apologized, got kind of loud. I was like, yo, it ain't that serious, but you could tell he felt attacked. And then he spoke to us. And then next, he pulls up another chair, and then he goes to his car, and he comes out with a white woman. And I said, oh,
That's why.
Right.
Is that why he didn't speak? I don't know. I don't really operate in assumptions, but it was some reason why he neglected to speak to us. Usually when you come in somewhere and people there already, you speak when you come in. I know he probably was taught that. But anyway, I said that to say this. Like, I've been in a couple situations where I hang out with a bunch of black men, in gatherings and stuff like that. And they really don't really respect us and treat us like I believe they should as us, AKA their queens and they're our kings. Like, we say that all the time, but I don't really feel that way. I don't feel like they respect us enough. I don't feel like black women respect men enough. I think both, not just one-sided, but as a woman, I don't think the black men really treat us like they should. And black women, I don't think we treat them like we should. When I see a black woman or any woman yelling or talking down to a man, I cringe my face because it's like, damn, you want him to protect us, but you treating him like shit. So it goes both ways. I think we need to do better as a people, but we keep talking, until you actually put some action, and that's why I'm trying to do that, with my podcast, with the women I'm around, because you have to start with the small circle of people that you are around. Because I'm telling you, even with these large platforms, people don't give a damn. The men don't care. They're going to date who they want to, stick it in whoever they want to. They probably loyal to themselves, period. And that's why we have all these different races of kids. That's why you have the black men who get the money, and the standard of beauty is white women according to the world and society, so they get that and think they got a trophy, and then she take them for all their money, and you think they will learn, but they keep making the same mistake over and over again. Is it a mistake? I don't know. Is it the way it's supposed to be? I don't know. I don't really care about that part, but I do know it starts with you, the man in the mirror, and you changing your circle and the people around you. And that's all you really can do, because motherfuckers ain't out here listening to us. I'm just saying.
All right. Before I go to Tay Tay and PM at 7, someone posted in the comments about that cop that got, he said he didn't actually shoot the right cop or something. I forgot where the comment's at. But I don't want to give away, because I have that in my notes to cover on our police brutality podcast. So anyway, those of you that you like to subscribe to Wisdom Talk, hey, I appreciate it. It's free to like, share, and subscribe. We cover all kind of uncut, unedited shit here on Wisdom Talk. So you never know what you're going to get. We appreciate the comments coming in. However, we can address every last one of them, because you guys are really blowing the chat up. So we appreciate it. You'd like to subscribe. The link is in the description, or strolling across the bottom of the screen. So we appreciate you. All right, Tay Tay, what you got?
I just want to shout out Russell Wilson for getting with Sierra and leaving that funny looking white lady alone. Um, when he started to make more money, he was a little smart with that. Now let me stop. Actually, you know what? Like we were saying, they're gonna like who they like. They're gonna say what they want to say. They're gonna go where they go. Unfortunately, they're gonna have some things happen to them and try to run back to us, because once again, a lot of people try to say that black women are just horrible, but we are very much so loving and nurturing. Loving and nurturing. Matter of fact, I seen a post today of a little white girl that posted, a young white lady that posted a picture, and it was a whole black family. And you see her little behind right there, but her and the daughter were friends. So in the fourth grade, she said, "This is my family back in the fourth grade." She was in the picture. But we're very loving and we're very nurturing. Like, we'll love and nurture pretty much any daggone thing.
Right.
So they want us for that. But then again, when they try to say the beauty standards, I hate to say this, but like you were saying earlier, they'll go, a white man will go get the beautifulest, most beautiful features black woman that they can find, like the top tier, top of the top. A white man will go get something that look like he used to next monster, and talk the same thing about a black woman that's shaped just like her, but because she don't look like him, he's gonna go with her. And it's like, you'll take anything. Y'all don't. Some of them don't go out for the top tier thing. They just go get any and everything. And some black women, yes, you do have to learn how to talk to men. Period. Doesn't mean it matter if they black, white, whoever. You have to learn how to talk to them. But on the other side of that, some men like women who talk crazy to them. Because when you're nice and sweet, they want to try to run over you or say, I need me somebody a little bit more, to stay on me. First of all, I'm your woman, not your mama. I am not your mama. I can help you, achieve greatness and things like that. But I'm not going to sit up there over you every 5 minutes telling you what you need to do, or fussing at you every 5 minutes for that. I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, people are going to do what they want to do. It is what it is. Once again, if you like other races, if you want to go be a passport bro, and go, sow your seeds all over the world, that's your business. That's fine. But keep my name out your mouth when it comes down to black women. Keep our names out your mouth.
I heard that. Boom. And before I go to PM, Rob was talking about men are sticking to women who open their legs. I said something about that earlier, Rob, to where a lot of them will. I think some guys will, and you have some guys that I think that don't care nothing about no one other than a black woman. They don't. That's just my opinion. But I do agree with you where some men, because we can't speak for all. Some men that as soon as that dick get hard, and if she right there, she the last one in the bar, he ready to run some dick in her. She can be pink, black, green, whatever. The thing about it is, when he get in that pussy in the middle, it's pink. If it's any color than pink, he better leave that motherfucker alone. So I agree with you a little bit on that right there and saying, but Let me get PM up on here, and then we'll see who has something next. PM, you still right there? PM that left the building. Oh, well, we hear you, but we don't see you.
Yeah, my camera tweaking over here, man. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, there you go. We're going to send you some bandwidth.
Yeah, I need a little bit of that. Yeah, you email it to me. I can download it right now.
Go ahead, PM, and then we're going to see what several guy it is, Sheba, and see who else got something. Go ahead.
I'm like Wizzo, man. It really depends. It's not that. It's some dudes I know that'll go out there and chase a white woman. I see them chase Asian women, right? I see them chase Puerto Rican women. Men are gonna take what's attracted to them or what they can get at that moment. You know what I'm saying? She can have an eye right here in the middle of her head. I bet you she was purple.
Oh, damn.
The purple chick. So it's not just let's not just make this about a white woman. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, some of our sisters want to go look like the European woman with the nails, the hair, and the different things like that. We can't get y'all to be natural. So dudes are gonna do some stuff that's not gonna be natural to them. They're gonna go out there, whatever speaks to them, they're gonna speak back. So I mean, and I've seen some go on to pray and some don't, but he might end up with the purple chick if we have purple chicks out here. The thing about it is just that we live in a society right now to where, like I said, the black man, we just don't know the power that we possess. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people in the comments are going crazy about black this, white this, and black this. We know the reality that we live in. If it was a certain amount of women that walked up in here, the first person that talks and talks back to him, that's who he's leading with. And I think that's what Lizzo just said. As long as once she open, he going. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a hole in football. He gonna hit that hole and he gonna touchdown until he scores. You know what I'm saying? Certain people might have their preference. You know what I'm saying? I know some dudes that might not talk to a white chick. I know some dudes that just don't. They're not well faceted or have enough game to approach different races. They say it's easier to talk to this person or this race than another race. You know what I'm saying? So I just really, again, think it's on the person that's approached or put in those situations to what, you know, opportunities they're going to take.
All right, that's what's up already. 7.
I want to address two things again, man. This is funny. One, to the person who said black people would not win a race war.
Yeah, I saw that.
You're foolish. Let me tell you why they would win a race war. One, it's because everybody's terrified of our youth, and our youth are not afraid to die. Two, why the fuck do you think we're gonna be fighting alone? Why do you think they're trying to get the Mexicans out this bitch? You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be fighting this bitch alone. White people have literally pissed so many races off. So many people is going for their fucking head. It ain't gonna just be a black and white war. It's gonna be everybody against white people. And we also need to get in our minds, right? Everybody you think is white is not white. Only within the last 100 years have they start classifying other motherfuckers as white, like motherfucking Italians, Scottish people. All these type of other races weren't white before.
Italians, Italian, they ain't white.
Bro, people don't understand this shit. So who you're thinking is white, right, isn't white. Our white people don't outnumber us as black people. They say we make 13% of the American population, right? But when you start to understand that they fixing the numbers, they even label some light-skinned Mexican people as white now. You have to understand they fucking with the numbers, right? Once you start to understand that, you understand this race war, they pushing it, but motherfuckers don't know where it's gonna go because people don't think that nobody's on the side of black people. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that the whole thing is the enemy of my enemy is my ally. You know what I'm saying? So they tweaking, but I don't even understand why people would think that because they're not thinking right. Now, another thing is when it comes to what Cree was saying about men not listening to the women, right? I can explain to you why that is, right? Black men don't listen to black women because we live lives in two different spectrums, right? When a woman gets up in the morning, most women, I'm not saying all, but most women focus on how they gonna look. When a black man gets up in the morning, you know what his frame of mind is thinking? How to survive. Motherfuckers is not thinking about, man, do I look good? Do I gotta put this motherfucker weave on? Motherfucker might think, man, I gotta get my hair cut, aligned or something. But motherfuckers, we don't think the same. So when women try to give men advice, right? A lot of the time, it's not advice that men, especially black men, feel like they can use. And this is the important part when you said men will listen to other men. Because we reflect on each other, we live in the same frequency of reality, right? We don't think about the same things y'all think about. We don't move the same ways y'all move, right? That's why it's important If you don't have a black man in your son's life, even if it's not somebody you dating, right? You can have a male friend. Your son needs to have a mentor or somebody. I'm not saying a woman can't do it, because obviously there are some women out there who think rationally. Like Shima said before, you know what I'm saying? She had to get tough on her stepson and get that nigga them hands. And now this nigga is a motherfucking football player in college or some shit like this. She was saying, like, this nigga is on a better path because she understands, because she was raised by her father, how to think in that manner. A lot of women don't think like that, right? So you got to have other men around to give them that perspective and not let other little boys raise your son. Because when you let other little boys raise your son, they're gonna make irrational decisions, right? Because a lot of these men are raised in a very feminine perspective of the world. You know what I mean? A lot of them is focused on their clothes and all this other shit that don't mean anything. When real men are gonna teach little boys how to think properly, how to not go out there and make decisions based on their emotions. You may feel a certain type of way, but feelings pass. You know what I'm saying? People are not teaching these kids this in the black society, so a lot of our children are really suffering from a lack of having that type of thinking. When you look at a lot of these boys that are raised by black women who have been listening to black women, a lot of them are gay. You know what I'm saying? And also, when you look at a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world, period, especially with them pushing this gay agenda, a lot of this shit, right, is because of women. Women accepted the gay people so openly and defended them so openly, right? They feel like they were tough enough to push this shit on everybody. And who do you see defending the gay people the most? Women. Men don't give a fuck. If you want to suck some dick and you a dude, I don't give a fuck what you do. But the thing is this: women to be like, "Go get it, girl." And niggas be like, "Bro, just step the fuck out of my way." You know what I'm saying? Like, that's no women for me. You know what I'm saying? So we really gotta look at these things, right? Who's pushing the problems? This is why men don't listen to women, because y'all not thinking rationally when y'all support certain things. Y'all say y'all want these gay people to have all this power and beat them. Cool. But don't get mad when these niggas start beating you in boxing or UFC or basketball. And you invited that shit to your crib. Let them come in and eat. Let these gay niggas come cook in your crib. They cooking right now. Let them cook. You know what I'm saying? You did that shit.
Cree, I see you, but PM already shot me a message. He like to piggyback right quick.
Hey man, that's all I had to say, man. The comments going crazy.
Let me say this before you go, PM. Cree, I'm gonna come to you, so don't forget your point. But PM sent me a message to piggyback. But I'm gonna just ask my viewers right now. If you're watching this right now, if you please just hit the subscribe button. If you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on all our topics, because we be talking about some shit. So I just want to put that out there, PM, and then Cree, I'm gonna hit you back next. Let me see what PM got.
Yeah, man, like Seven was saying about the race war thing. Like, our culture has tapped into a lot of other people. They love what we do. So our influence on other cultures and stuff like that will have a big thing to do with that race war. And a lot of these white people that have had children, grandchildren now, and their daughters then went out and had babies by, black men. Now they have this little niglet running around. It's gonna change their perspective on how they look at the black person now, because I have blood that's over there. I have a grandchild, I have a grandbaby, and it's a divide and conquer thing. So yeah, let's get the Hispanics out. You know what I'm saying? Because who would they side with? Some gonna side with the Trump side, but most of them gonna side with us. All my Mexican homies out here, I promise you, if you turn the lights off, they all think they black. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They think they all black. You're gonna hear more nigga coming out of their mouth than the niggas. You know what I'm saying? So let's get the Mexicans out of here. And if we take them out one by one, then we'll deal with the niggas later. And that's the reality that we facing. And that's how they looking at it. Like, yeah, we can deal with these niggas one-on-one, and it's still gonna be a problem, but we need to divide and conquer. So when they looking at the race war aspect of it, it's not gonna look too good with everybody on this soil, and they have to go face this one race, because it's not just gonna be that, because the people overseas are now looking at it. Well, they've been looking at it like that. Yeah, y'all doing the black people wrong over there. They've been saying that. It's just that now they don't really have anything to do about it, or much to say, because they live in their daily lives. But they looking at America and saying this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? What y'all doing to these people is wrong. The police brutality, the jail lockup and stuff like that. Even though we have a lot to do with being in prison because we go commit stupid crimes and we fall in the trap. But we still have a lot of people that's looking from the outside saying like, nah, this ain't right. So if it had to come down today, right now, in the next 5 minutes, they know that they're short.
You know what I mean? Because they're losing that white women. The white women are going to Mexican Hispanics. They're going to Asians. They're going to everything outside their race. That's why they said we got to keep the race pure. We have to keep our white women here and there. Now the thing about their race is they white women train. They white women gonna pick up a gun. They're gonna know how to
Yeah.
load a magazine. The simple stuff to help them aid in that war that they might have. Right. Our black women ain't picking up too much. We just now seeing them jumping into the
I
gun.
got mine.
You got yours, but how? Okay, so I'm glad you said that, Sheena. Okay, how many boxes of ammo do you own?
So,
Four. So
What?
you have 200 rounds. That's gonna last
yeah,
maybe 20 minutes.
for
That's gonna last
now.
maybe 20 minutes in a gun battle. You see what I'm saying? But like other than that, the rest of the ladies on this panel might not have the same thing that you have for now. So if we had to go popping off right now, they have sheds full of ammo, bunkers full
They
of
do.
ammo. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, they can do a little bit more than us, but there's gonna be less people, but they have more to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when the race war pop off, it's gonna be a little bit different because we do have
We
more
gonna
people
have them
that's gonna
undergrounds.
help.
Hold up, Sheba. Let it hold
Yeah.
up, because I gotta go to
Put
Creed
that
next.
trunk on that Cadillac
Hold
and
up,
let me see
That's
Sheba.
what
all I
you
gotta say.
got.
I'm just saying.
Let's.
I just want to piggyback, but go
All
ahead,
right,
babe.
all
Go
right.
ahead,
Come
Creed.
on, come on, Creed.
Hey, in response to seven, I'm so tired of this narrative that single parents raise gay kids. I'm not sure where the hell that came from, but I'm more inclined to believe that a child is gay because some perv ass adult or cousin or whatever, close family member, whatever, touched them when I was a child. And I know that to be true in a couple of cases in my family that they're not straight. So where these people at? Because they ain't taking no accountability for the damage they done to a child, whether it's a female or a male. I find that to be more the reason than them being a single mom raising them. And then the flip side of that, just because you're not with the mom don't mean you got to be absent dad. Like I don't understand why it's like because you're not in the house, you can't help raise your kid. Because I know some single dads, and when I'm saying single, that's not with the baby mama or whatever the case may be, they still raising their kid, getting their kid, being a part of their kid's life, their social stuff, everything. So I think that is was put out there so that we can go back and forth in the blaming game. I really don't like that. I told Paul that before. Like I don't like when black women and white and I'm not white, but black women and black men blame each other for societal problems when we already know it was constructed to be that way. Like the system took the man out. Like they still trying to break up the family. Like it's still whatever they can do, whatever they can use, like the fucking TV. You ain't gonna see no show now without a gay person on it. Like that is not a coincidence. This is what they're pushing. So instead of us blaming each other, I wish we can like literally come and figure out how we can work together to do something about things that's happening with us instead of pointing the finger because we are not, and I'm saying we, women, black women, single parents, because I know a lot of women like who put up with a bunch of crap for men just so he can leave and go make a family here, there, and there. But that's another pointing the finger. I don't want to do that. Like I want us to come together and try to figure this thing out, but we can help each other. Like you were saying on another podcast, where mentor some black boys, some young black boys, like on the positive note. But that don't do nothing but spew more negativity when you start pointing the finger. And that's just how I felt what you was just doing. So at the end of the day, like we all in this shit together. You know what I mean? So if we're gonna do better, we have to make better choices, starting with us. Period.
All right. Let me hit up Shima, and then we need to see what Tay Tay got right there. Come on, Shima. What's
Okay.
up?
Back to my Caucasian counterparts. I think what Seven was answering about the guy who said something about the race wars, and I'm gonna say this too because white people they have so much input, but they don't even know what's going on. Like with you have no clue what's going on. So, like Seven said, everybody on this planet pretty much got color except for the white people. Okay, pretty much. And I have an Italian friends, and every time I play with them and call them white girl, they get mad. I'm not white, I'm Italian. And I'm like, well, it looks the same to me. But they don't claim white, and they don't like claiming white. And Russia, Putin just opened his vault, and all of his artwork and stuff from ancient days were of black Hebrew Israelites, the true black Jesus, the true, and he got more coming out that's going to shock the world. All the lies that they've been holding for 400 years, it's about to come out, and the world is about to see it. The white Jews in Israel that everybody think are the real Jews, how did white Jews come out of Ethiopia and Africa? There are no white Jews. They displaced the black people. And why do black people have such a hard time? Because when black people rise, people like to party. They like to go with us. They like to hang with us. They love our culture. They love how we do many things. But if black people go down, the Mexicans know for a fact they the next to go. They not finna just let us stand and not fight with us. Like everybody of color has been impacted by Caucasian people, yet Caucasian people dwindle it down to just a history book. That's not a history book. That's what you did to people. And we remember it. And we're telling you about it. And so Jamaica, if you go on YouTube now and Google Jamaicans, they going off about Africa. They ready to catch another ship back home to Africa just to fight for blacks and get rid of white people out of their stuff. Jamaica is the one who stopped the royal family in UK. They can't even rule over Jamaica no more. Jamaica took their land back and said, we don't need no King Prince Harry and Prince William and Prince whoever. They don't even rule over Jamaica no more. They got rid of the white people. Ibrahim Traoré in Africa, he just kicked the French out by military force a few months ago. Kicked them out. Okay? So if you're not paying attention, when I say that line is thin, black people is done in Jamaica, in Africa, in Caribbean, in the UK, in North America. We all done with the BS. And I can't say it no more clearer, nor more plainer, no more passionately. I'm telling you right now, deal with your issues and deal with your people.
All righty, damn, I'm glad you didn't hurt your neck, or you were saying Africa, China, Japan.
Passion. That's that passion.
Yeah, she off into
On
this
out
shit
with it.
and do this shit and that shit and them motherfuckers. Damn. Like,
This
don't throw
is
your neck out on this
Becky's all
motherfucker.
the time. Becky at the job crying and complaining because I'm more skilled than her, and she wants. You can't have what I have.
Hold up, let Tay go. Hey, and guys, if y'all need to ask something specific, just to make sure you can hit me up in the private chat also. But we need to let Tay go, and then PM just text me about something. So go ahead, Tay, what you got, Batani?
I mean, you're not lying. My white girl's tears are very, very powerful, especially in HR. So I know about that. I used to work at a salon, and I remember, I think it was right when COVID happened, and I was trying to get somebody attention. Of course, you got a mask on, and you're calling their name, and so I get pulled into the office and say, "You were being loud, and you were just being, you scared me." And so I had to switch it on her, and I had to say, "So are you trying to make me out to be the mad black angry woman? Is that what you're trying to call me right now? Because I feel attacked. I feel like you're turning on me." And she's like, "Oh no, no. I wasn't trying to say that." I said, "Ma'am, we have on masks, and I was calling you a couple times, and you couldn't hear me." And she was like, "I'm so sorry, but I wasn't trying to say that." I said, "Because you're scaring me right now because you're threatening my job." And that was the last of that. So sometimes you got to turn that stuff on them, but at the same time, another point I want to make is the Hispanics. I'm gonna tell you like this. Right now, they're going through their own things, and I've seen like a lot of TikToks about them or whatever like that, especially the Mexicans or whatever, because what they got going on as far as you trying to deport them and stuff like that. A couple of them are outwardly saying, "We're not going to run to the black people. We're going to run to our own people." And the reason why the other Hispanics and we're going to dance together with them is because black people don't stick together. We're constantly tearing, so not all of us, but some of us are constantly tearing each other down. So we don't look like the person who's going to be a unified front when it comes down to somebody backing you. They're going to stick with their own people and go with them. So I've heard different viewpoints on that. And lastly, when it comes down, I have always said this, and this is not to offend anybody, but excuse my mouth, But just because you can take a dick in the ass doesn't mean that you're a hero. It just means you're a little horny. That's it.
Damn. Drop the
I'm gonna
mic
leave it
on that
there.
shit. Damn. Take a dick in the ass just mean you
Diddy.
horny. Shit.
Bang, bang, bang,
Holy.
bang, bang.
I heard that. And before you go, PM, once again, y'all probably tired of hearing me saying it. But if you are watching this, if you are any of the viewers that's in the chat, I would appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe and subscribe to my channel. I think a couple of people already have, and I appreciate you for that. Just make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on all our hot topics, because I don't post to a certain day, time, or week. I post to my guest availability, and it is a challenge sometime making sure that we get everybody on and come on at the right time. So if you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. We're talking about police brutality next week. Right now, we all over the goddamn place, but we feeling the love. PM, you wanted to address a little something? Come on with what you got.
Yeah. Hey, I'm looking at the comments like Seven was, and I want to say to Rob Tyler, this is for you. Check this out, Mr. Rob. You making a lot of comments, and I want to thank you for coming on the Wiz show. You know, coming in and Wiz will talk, doing what you're doing. You're making it very exciting. But there's one more thing that you actually can do, bro. You're typing in caps. You're doing all this talking, you're asking questions and everything, right? You definitely probably can come onto the show right now as a guest and be vocal, show your face. Because I no face, there's no case. Come on here, stop talking in caps, because I know your fingers hurt. I know your fingers is hurting because you're doing a lot of typing. Come on, man, just be a guest so we can talk to you. We can see your face, man. You know what I mean? We can get to know you. You can come on to the family. We all family here. You know what I'm saying? I know your fingers are hurt. You asking to put nines in the comments and all that. I want to talk to you and see what you really want to say. You know what I mean? Because you might not be a black man behind this camera. You could be Caucasian. We don't know. So show your face. Ask for an invite. We can get you on the show, man. That's all I have to say.
Too easy, too easy. All right, I didn't forgot where we're going. I think 7. I think we hadn't hit up 7 yet. 7, what's up?
Yeah, man. In the comments, they keep talking about Mexican people not gonna side with black people. I really don't think people know what the indigenous Mexican people look like. There has been a lot of whitewashing of Mexican people, right? But if you actually go online and look up what the actual indigenous people of Mexican look like, you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference between me or one of them over there. You know what I'm saying? The Mexican
Oh shit.
people know this. They've been passing laws so that the Mexican people who we see, the original people over there. A lot of the people that we think are Mexican, right, are actually just brainwashed Spaniards, and they have that ideology. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just weird. And to what Cree was saying, she absolutely right, man. Hey, I ain't even trying to point no fingers. People out here saying that black men trying to make black women the bad guys, but it's not really even that though. I think the thing that we really have to understand, and the reason why I was saying what I was saying is this: the first teacher of us all, even including me, was our mothers. You know what I'm saying? That accountability has to be taken by y'all. You know what I mean? We can sit here all day and say how we belong to black women. We can sit here all day and say how much power the black woman has. But until you all take that accountability and own up to it yourselves, right? And understand that a lot of the problems in the black community start with you all, but nothing is gonna ever change. Am I saying that all the problems come from you all? Hell no. Niggas shouldn't just be walking away from their kids. But at the same time, like I was telling my man Rob, bro, you don't know what a man can handle mentally, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like sometimes you gotta walk away or you gonna destroy some shit. It's only so much rational shit a man can go through and think and act on before his emotions kick in. And when a man's emotions kick in, it's way more destructive than when a woman's emotion kick in. Yeah, I done seen women destroy some cars, fuck up some niggas' windows. But when men get pissed off, it's a lot more shit that can be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers try not to even be moving like that. So a lot of the times men walk away because their emotions are getting the best of them. When you doing all this shit, like you going through court, you're fighting to see your kids, and motherfuckers is fighting against you so you can't see your kids, right? You don't know what type of effect it has on a man who's still trying. Yeah, some niggas be winning, but that's not a large portion. You know what I'm saying? Everything is really pushed towards the woman to be able to have the power. And that's because the system is set up like that. Yeah, if we came together, right, it wouldn't even matter about the system or any of that. But we don't come together. That's
Exactly.
the number one thing we gotta do. Like, do I believe our children should be getting vaccinated? Fuck no. They already done told you it was all kind of aluminum and bullshit in them shots, and motherfuckers be at the doctor's appointments faithfully. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be letting these people do whatever to your motherfucking kids, knowing that your enemies is your doctors, right? You be letting them do anything to your kids. Man, men don't even be on that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some women gotta own up to. Y'all believe in the system. I heard a motherfucker say before that they know that women live longer than men because women go to a doctor and men don't believe in that. That's some bullshit. The doctors be killing people, man. Niggas don't be living right because they don't be paying no attention to their health. Niggas be so focused on making money. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we feel like we can provide to y'all. You women don't make it seem like we can provide anything else other than money. We want to be able to provide more for y'all, but it starts with y'all. Y'all have to make us feel like that. Y'all have to tell us that. You know what I'm saying? We like servants, right? Even though a lot of men don't think like that, right? But we like servants. You tell us what to do and what you want from us, we gonna give it to y'all. Because at the end of the day, we want pussy. Like, motherfuckers don't even. It's tweet. Like, that's what the fuck it is, man. I ain't gonna sugarcoat this shit, man. Niggas want vagina, bro. That's the whole point of existence. Everything lives to reproduce, right? And if we know we got to do a specific thing to get you, right, so we can reproduce with y'all, we gonna do it. Right now, only thing motherfuckers is asking on niggas is have money. Y'all not asking for loyalty. Y'all want a certain type of nigga to have a certain type of motherfucking wage bracket, right? He not gonna be faithful to you. You get a millionaire, he gonna fuck who you want to fuck because all the women want that. That's all y'all really be asking for is that, for stability and for like comfort. Y'all want money in that type of shit. If y'all ask for something else and y'all understood the spectrum of what y'all was asking for, like y'all say y'all want to feel safe, right? But when a man provides the energy for you to be safe, y'all hate him. If a man be like, you're not gonna go out in that, you're gonna be fighting this nigga, right? Not knowing that he know what other niggas looking for. You can get attacked by a nigga, raped. You out there with your girls. You not looking at that as safety, but we giving you what you asking for. You want security. We're trying to secure you, but you don't see it in that light because it was given to you a certain type of way to be thinking one way about money. Security don't come to y'all in other forms that you think of, right? So you all have to really be more open to the other spectrums of what you're asking for, and then everything will happen better because we're giving you this power. Right now, we're saying that we belong to y'all, right? But once you actually breathe and live in that power,
saying that but you.
what? That's because niggas don't be thinking. Motherfuckers don't be thinking. You think niggas be thinking?
I've never heard a man say that.
Because niggas don't be thinking they after the pussy. They gonna give you what you asking for.
The women is the problem. We the first teachers.
You are. Who you think teaching the niggas to think like this?
No. Stop.
See, that's what I'm saying. You
stop believing the woman with the kids. Stop it.
Teach your sons to be better then. Teach your sons to be better. Y'all teach your sons to be players. Oh, you can listen. Your son can have 3 girlfriends. I don't see you going to snitch to them other 2 girls that he fucking with somebody.
I will.
Nah, most don't. You different. That's what I'm saying. It's a majority rules type of thing. It's not just you.
Well,
you thinking that one single thing. We're talking about a majority. We're talking about a group, right? Every black woman want a black man to protect him. Well, y'all need to start teaching better.
7.
All right, okay.
Seven.
Let's let her reply.
Accountability off of the fathers. The women ain't
I'm not.
making babies on their own.
Your sons become fathers, don't they? Teach them right.
Again, you taking the responsibility off the dads.
I'm not.
But then you don't want the woman to have a govern over her whole body. Like,
did you choose that nigga? You let him nut in you, didn't you?
Say it again.
You let that nigga nut in you. You made that choice. You had that power. It's your body, your choice until some shit go wrong, right? This is all I'm saying.
Negative.
It's negative now.
It's our bodies, our choices.
But you fuck with them.
It takes 2.
Okay.
You chose
one at a time. One at a time.
I'm trying to figure out what the argument is or what the debate.
No, there's no argument. I'm just saying you chose him.
Listen to what you're saying. You let that nigga nut in you. We decided to lay down. We, not I. We.
You got the vagina, don't you? That nigga could have went home and beat off.
I have a baby by myself.
Nah, but you let him do it. That's what I'm saying. Where's the
Okay,
accountability
one
of
at
your
a time,
power?
one at a time, one at a time, one at a
What,
time.
Hey,
what
I
he's
need you to
saying
come
is
back
you
to
was
reality. It
All
takes
right.
two. We decided. We
Yeah.
decided to
Now
have
you
a
did.
child.
Let me say this right here. Okay,
I'm not talking to you. I can't. I
let
can't.
me
I
let
cannot.
me
I will not.
let me
I will not.
let me address before we move around the panel. Rob, hey, look me up on Paul Wizzo, Wizzo. Send me a message and we'll get you on the show. And
Yes,
also, I
sir.
think you said in the comments that you stumbled across this podcast. Nah, it was meant for you to be up in here, dude. So we appreciate you. We appreciate everyone that's watching right now. We appreciate all of the comments. So you didn't just stumble across it. It was meant for you to be up here and hear some of this shit. And that's how we speaking that shit, uncut and unedited. We keeping it how we keeping it. With that being said, I know Seth is going, Cree is going. I don't know who want to go next. PM,
I
who got
do.
PM? Okay, PM, come up
I
here.
didn't
What you
finish
got?
first. You
I
took
Oh,
me
look,
over.
oh,
we
hold
have
up. I'm sorry, PM. Hold
okay,
up.
go ahead,
Cree
go
say
ahead.
she didn't finish. I'm sorry.
I just want to say this respectfully, right? You know, they say women had access to the vagina, blah blah blah, whatever. Great. It still takes two people. It takes two people. I really wish men, especially our men, black men, whatever, whoever, I don't care. Men, period, would govern their bodies, exercise self-control. Okay. If you don't want to have a kid, stop nutting in a woman. All right. Control your own self. Don't say, oh, whatever. It don't just happen. You ain't just slipped in there without a condom on or protection. It takes two people, not just one. So two people need to be held accountable, not just one. When there is a kid and you're a father, take some responsibility for your child. Don't let, and I know you're talking about the courts and the system. We didn't create that. That was never created to benefit us. They
Fact.
they they put it to benefit us so that they can break up our families. But by you even knowing that much knowledge, you should try that much harder to father your kid. Stop putting it all on the woman. Y'all already said a woman can't raise a man. So if we can't do it, you know we can't do it. Why the hell you letting us do it? What the hell? It don't even make sense to me. So I personally, both of my kids would never keep them from their dads. Period. Point blank. And I didn't make the kid by myself. So I'm not going to take all the accountability. I take the accountability for the role I played in his life. And I've always been the mom where your word need to be your bond. If you can't keep your word, then you are less than a man. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So stand on your choices, even if they fucked up choices. That's how you learn. That's how you become resilient in this world that we live in that's fucked up already. And the odds are stacked against you. So I know for a fact neither one of my sons have kids, but I want them to have kids and I want them to marry a black woman and have black kids. But if they choose to marry outside their race, I'm going to love those kids like they my own as well, because that's the choice that they made. And I teach them to stand on their goddamn choices, whatever that is, because that's what a man looks like to me. But what if a man don't look like that to me? Because I was raised by a trashy ass dad. So we worked with what we have and what's been embedded in us. So you saying the mom is the first teacher, but what if we was raised by our dad? Like there are circumstances that are beyond our control. And clearly, like you said, majority rules. But at the end of the day, it takes two, and two are responsible. Instead of us fighting about it with each other, what can we do to make it better? Because I'm tired
Boom.
of fighting.
That's what's up. All right. Hey,
All my
y'all,
life, I had
I'm
to
going to
fight.
tell you, to the viewers that's watching right now, I'm telling you, you never know what the fuck you going to get here on Wizzo Talk. We just talking real shit. You guys keep the comments coming. I think Rob said it was real talk. So, hey, we appreciate you guys watching, tapping in. I'm sharing the comments. Our guests can see the comments, so we entertaining some that we can, but y'all got them motherfuckers coming in so quick, I can't keep up with them. But I'm sorry, PM.
Yeah.
Run that shit. I'm gonna say
All right,
simple
man.
wine.
So, you know what? When it comes to the woman, she's always saying, my body, my choice. She can go have intercourse with a man. We both can have it. It's right. It takes two people to tangle. But it takes one woman to say, my body, my choice. She can go abort that baby. She can go move to another city. She can do whatever she want to do because it's her body, her choice. You won't be able to tell her nothing. And this is where the problem comes in. Yes, we both lay down to play, but like Seven said, we can't enter unless you let us enter in, right? And I've asked the question on my podcast, PM Lifestyle Podcast, and I had a lot of women on there. I asked the panel, I said, how many of you women like condoms? And they just started laughing about that, right? Okay. So just like men don't like them, women don't like them. But if you do lay to play or pay to play, whatever the case may be, and you shoot that club up, We got to keep it real. The women have more say so when it comes to the court, even though we both laid down and we agreed upon it. If the and on my podcast, I said it should be if the woman want to continue to have the baby, then she has to take the care of the baby solely. Don't ask for child support. We both laid down there, so if we had the baby and we had this baby and it's gonna be born, then we should make a decision. Do you want to help take care of the baby? The man say no. Go about your way and raise the kid by yourself, because he done already told you what was up. Y'all both laid down, y'all had that intercourse, and then if he said no, then that's it. If the man want to have and you want to go abort it, don't go abort the baby. Give the child to the man. Let the man run the situation. Don't ask for no child support on either side. It's not just a one sided story like, oh, it's the woman and she need to forget that, my nigga. Like, if he wants to raise a child and you want to abort the baby, just like Anthony Edwards, he gave that girl $100,000. She didn't do it, and all of a sudden she's eligible for 2 point something million. She hid the money and she went and did something elsewhere when he told her he didn't want to have the baby. Right? Okay. We both understand that it takes two to lay and two to play, right? But at some point, when we meeting you at the club or we meeting you at the bar, it ain't gonna go right because I don't even know your middle name or your last name. And then we didn't have intercourse and then we both drunk. It's both parties that's irresponsible at that point. So at that point, you have to make a decision. I don't know this man, I don't know this woman. You got to keep it real with each other and say, look, if the person you both want to have this child and you both raise it. You both are responsible. We had an adult conversation. Check this out. I met you over there by the nacho stand and I got pregnant. You know what it was. You kissed me on the ear and I went to the house and this, and I ended up getting pregnant. And he like, okay, you know what? Let's have a child. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know you. Don't know your address. I know we met at the hotel. Then you have the baby. That's an agreement, right? But if not, hey, I know I just met you, but I shot the club up. Well, look, I don't even know you like that. That was just a one night stand. At that point, making an executive decision. That nigga don't want to be there. Even though we both laid down, he doesn't want to be there and he has told you. Because at the end of the day, if you do both have these children, right? This child, right? And then you go to court, what's going to happen is the judge is going to give you a judgment. He's going to say that you have more power because the baby has been in your care for a certain amount of time. You can put child support on this man. He can be there if he wants to, and he can be there if he didn't want to. We don't know what the agreement is before you went to child support court to have this baby there. You might say, because a lot of women do this, I ain't dealing with you, even though the court say that you have to see your baby and all this and blah, 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 this. I'm going to be moving. I ain't going to answer the phone. I'm going to let my other baby daddy or my next man make a decision. Or the dude going to go in there and say, okay, I got a girl right now you didn't know about. I was already married before you came and had this baby with me. Now I live, to be honest with you, I had a girl tonight, you know what I'm saying? So I can't mess up what I got going over here. It's both decisions that's got to be made. We can't put that decision solely on one person. Two people made a bad decision because, like we said, if you do it the correct way, and I'm gonna say that I always say this, nigga, court that person, find out about this nigga's middle name, what his mama is, why his daddy got the little leg, why his auntie's in a wheelchair, why she's an alcoholic, who's the crackhead in the family. We need to vet these people, man, and just stop saying, okay, we met this person and it was cool for 2 weeks. I got pregnant, we gotta have a baby. Now you're responsible. Yes, it is, but it's two people that's responsible. And whoever decides to bring this child in this world and continue this in this world is responsible for the baby solely. Because if the nigga want to bail out or the woman to bail out, make the decision to make a grown up decision, an executive decision to make sure that this baby is gonna have the best outcome, whether a person wants to be there or not. When I was
Okay.
16, I met this chick, my baby mother. I love her to death right now. We just lost our son a month ago. He was 29 years old. I didn't know her name. She didn't know me. I met five of them, ran through the whole crew, right? And ended up getting her pregnant. She was the virgin out the crew. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And what happened was, didn't use protection. We had a baby. But guess what happened? My mama didn't know what was coming from the other side. Her mother didn't know what was coming from the other side. Hey, who is this chick? I don't know. Her mother saying, "Who is this dude?" Her mother saying, "I hope he ain't dark skinned because I don't want him to cry." And then the tears dry up on his eyes. This nigga ugly or what? They didn't know. We had to go sit down in my mother's living room, right, in California. And then we had to meet each other. I had to sit there with this young lady that I did not know her name, first, last name. But guess what we did as teenagers? We decided to be there for the child because simply it wasn't, he didn't ask to be here You know what I'm saying? Before we made that decision to do what we did as ignorant teens, right? Now I could have bailed out. Nah, what I did, I stayed there because she still had to graduate high school. I still had to graduate high school. We made that to do together. I mean, that decision to make it together. So when we lost him at 29 years ago, 29 years old, a month ago, we congratulated ourselves when we put him in that casket into that car to take him away and said we did our job. I respect you and I love you. I didn't know that person. Now, what's so crazy is that relationship was better than any relationship that I had, and I did not know her. Why? Because she was responsible and I was responsible when we were 17 years old. But the ones that I had after that, all these so-called women, guess what? It didn't work out because guess what? They had so much baggage from old relationship that they brought into a relationship that did not have consideration to determine what we were going to be, right? That's because they got miles on the coochie, like Wizard would say. They had miles on it. I had miles on me, right? But what happened was, yeah, you thought you were growner, but I mean an adult, and it didn't work out that way. We brought so much unnecessary BS into this current relationship that it didn't work. But you can't tell me that as 17-year-olds, that two people made a decision to have a child and raise him until he passed, my nigga, that we was, teenagers and we made a good decision to raise him till it ended. Now we raising our granddaughter with him not here. So the responsibility falls on the person that wants to be responsible. I could not hold her responsible if she wanted to abort. Give me the child, let me do what I gotta do. I'm not holding you responsible. I'm not even taking you to child support court. And she could have done the same. I'm not going to take you to child support court because I didn't even ask for this. We both have to understand what we're going to do before that child is coming out of that coochie in that hospital. What decision is going to be made? Stop holding people accountable for something that we didn't sign up for in the first place. Yes, we both signed up. We just signed up that night for a nut. That's what it was. That's what it is. We both did it. And a man can't enter it unless the woman lets him in. You feel me? If not, they got a word called for it. It's called rape. If you let me in, if I come take it, then it's not the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? So you are more responsible
Oh my
than the
God.
man. For the simple fact is because that's your body, your choice. Like you want to say it. It's your body, your choice at the end of the day, right? Then guess what? Make a better choice about the niggas you let up in that door. Because the niggas just gonna come up there and shoot up all every club. And we seen that on the Murray show. Just niggas not being responsible, but the females ain't responsible neither. You got 29 niggas that wasn't the father. So let's stop blaming. That's what I said in the beginning of the show when we was talking about races, dating other races. When we on these other podcasts and we doing these other platforms, guess what? We're going back and forth on situations and topics like this. Then when it comes to the little white girl that wants to enter the picture, all of a sudden, I love my black man. I love my black. Well, then if that's the case, then we need to figure this out before. So we can't let the white person in. We can't let the white woman in. We can't let no other race in because guess what? We can't get along as niggas, man. And that's the problem. So we can do all this and breathing and everything else like that. But guess what? We got to be real with what's starting at the base. That's man and woman relations of the black relationship. And we understanding what it is that we need to do as adults to get this thing figured out, man. And stop pointing a damn finger at each other. Because at the end of the day, we all responsible for something. And so who gonna own up for it? And that's all I got to say.
Already. And before Cree send me a message, she want to go next. I just want to say this. That's been two or three personal stories, real life shit that's been shared on here. And it seemed like every podcast that I have, someone shares some real personal shit. So with that PM, hey, I appreciate that. Sometimes it's just not easy to share that real life, true personal shit. So with that being said, I just want to put that out there. Will you share some real stories here? Okay, Creek, what's up?
Well, first, I'd like to commend you and your baby mama for doing the right thing at the age of 17, because that is definitely an age where it's easy to make immature choices because you're obviously immature. But also, sorry for your loss. You know that. Hugs from afar. Um, but it really sounded like you still was pointing the finger back at the woman. I'm sorry. That's how I got. You shouldn't have opened your legs. But, and then you followed it with it takes two. So it's like an oxymoron. At the end of the day, it takes two. Both people are responsible. I mean, I stand on that. And at the end of the day, also, when the child is born or conceived, not even born yet, And you're saying, and this is what the troublesome part I struggle with, because there are boys or young men probably watching, and we tell them it's okay to walk away from a kid because you told them baby mama you didn't want it. That's creating more fatherless kids. Like, in other words, I think we should be telling them, if you was irresponsible, lay down and made that kid, you need to take care of said kid. Best way you know how. But to just say it's okay to just say, I made a mistake. You shouldn't have let me nut in you. I don't want to do this, so you should abort the baby. Like, you have no idea what that does to the woman body, or will she even survive that? Like, it's still a risk that the woman will be taking. And to put it all back on women just is mind boggling to me, because it's so weird that I hear Seven say it, Wizzo said, you even said it, men just want to have sex, as if y'all don't know how to govern your bodies to exercise self-control. Like, I don't get it. This
We
takes me
do.
back to Rico's statement that y'all don't have no self-control. Y'all just gotta have it. Like, it's just insane. I just
Hold up, Steph.
refuse to believe it.
Oh,
I refuse to believe that y'all cannot contain and govern your own bodies and have self-control and pick and choose who you lay down with. Like the same way a woman can. I don't understand why y'all make it seem like y'all have to be out there and running amok. I don't get that. And before you, I was on that podcast, I believe, where you was talking about the kid being born and the woman shouldn't let. But and I had the same stance, and I'll have it now. If both of y'all irresponsibly laid down and made a kid, take care of the kid. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let me hold up. I know my guys got something, but I need to come to Tay Tay and I need to go to Shima to make sure to see what they have. Tay Tay, what's wrong with you over there? What you drinking all this shit? You over there laughing and shit?
I ain't drinking. I'm over here in HEB listening to y'all.
Oh
And
shit.
oh my lord, it ain't funny. But I want to say I'm so sorry for your loss of your child. I can only imagine how that is, and oh my goodness. But I want to say this, like he was saying, we're all responsible though. We're all responsible. I remember being a young mom, and oh, that is getting on my nerves. I'm over here. I'm sorry, y'all. I
Yeah,
remember
you got
being a
something
young
dinging
mom.
in the
And
background. Something.
I was trying to hurry up and move,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I do remember like being a young mom or whatever like that, and my oldest son's father. I mean, he was just fine. He was fine down, and it was lust. It wasn't really love. We didn't plan to live our life together, and he gave me the most hell. But at the end of the day, I made a bad decision. My second son's father, we got to know each other and things like that, and I was just like, but this ain't what I want. I mean, I want my baby, yeah, but I don't want that with you. So I made that decision. But I just have to learn from my mistakes and things like that. I'm just gonna be honest. I learned from my mistakes, and it is what it is. I was young, and that's all I can tell you. I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I was a saint or whatnot. But I love my children, and I wanted my children, regardless of other party wanted those children or not. I was gonna do what I was gonna do as a mom to take care of them. Now, are there fathers in their life? Absolutely. If they wasn't for them being in their lives, they needed that male counterpart. Now, I have my dad, but a grandpa is something totally different than a father. I'm gonna tell you, my youngest son, I see him light up differently when he's around his dad. Even my oldest one, they light up differently when they're around their father. It is what it is. But we just we co-parented and things like that. Now, when I was younger with the oldest one, oh yeah, I made that man like hell. I made that man like hell. The youngest one, I didn't do that. I said, what you need to do, you need to be here for your son because your son needs you more than I do. He needs you more than I do. And that's what he did. So I don't know. Now, I'm not going to put no blame on nobody or say, it is what it is. Everybody has their way of thinking. And I don't know. That's why I was like, dang, ooh, y'all could have been in the same room. Y'all would have told that thing up. But I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just playing. But no, sometimes the biggest thing is you have to take responsibility, and it is what it is. And we do have to have those talks with each other. And basically, if they would have been like, I don't want the child, I would have been like, well, I mean, I just always heard from my mom, if you're a grown enough woman to lay down and make a baby, be a grown enough woman to take care of it. That's what I always heard, and that's what I believe in. I don't believe in abortion. Unless it would you were SA'd or something like that. It most definitely, or if you have to have if it's coming between your life or the child's life, and you have to get one maybe because if you don't, you're not going to be here anymore. I totally understand that. But just to be out here willy nilly because you felt good, or like in my case, I was lusting because that man was fine as I don't know what, and I was lusting after that man. Then no, I mean he was fine.
already.
My baby
So
looked just like him. But I'm just saying, you know, it
okay,
is what it is. So that's my take on it. That's all
already.
I'm gonna say. I know everybody has their things, but let me
Yeah.
go ahead and put it back on mute because he's loud on ACB. My bad, y'all.
Okay, Cree, before you go, let me just say, when PM was talking about shooting up the club, I just want to clarify. I believe he was talking about coming in the pussy. He wasn't talking about actually taking a gun and shooting up the club. He was talking about coming in the pussy. So just wanted to put that out there. And Tay Tay is not watching right now, but goddamn, where is he there?
I am watching.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. So I was gonna tell you that I meant to tell you watching, but somebody asked, "Were you sitting on the washing machine because you were doing all that goddamn vibrating around?" But I can't find. He said, "Are you sitting on the washing machine?" He must have thought you was trying to
No.
get you one or some shit. I don't know, but I can't find that comment. Okay,
Which one?
I'm so
Cree.
sorry. I'm pushing the basket at ACB. My bad.
Yeah, that's what you tell us. We know you got that wash machine on up under that dress, getting your freak on in this motherfucker. But
You went
okay,
from
Cree.
Starbucks to HEB too.
Yes, she did from Starbucks to
Nice,
HEB.
nice.
Okay, Cree, you want to respond to a comment, and then I need to get
Somebody,
Shima.
yeah, somebody said in a comment, they asked, said, so Creed, that permission, it doesn't matter about the permission. And I think they were referring to what PM said, we had to allow the man inside of us. I just wanted to touch on the idea of every woman. So the same way a woman allows permission to get inside of her, a man has to have permission. So both parties, can any woman just get up on y'all and have sex with y'all? I just want to ask y'all that.
Damn near.
PM,
What she look
can
like?
any
Yeah,
woman can any woman just hop on it and just start having sex with you? And just be
but
honest.
a man has to get permission to get it. If not, it's in a cup, like Wizzo says,
Again,
right?
you're not answering the question.
What's
It's a
go
very
ahead and
specific.
ask it.
Can
Go
any
ahead.
woman just come and have sex with you?
If she gives me permission and I'm
I'm,
willing to do it, yes.
No, if
If
you
it
give
has,
her
no,
permission.
no.
am
If
I not
you get,
answering the
I'm just
thank
question,
gonna
you.
sir?
unmute myself and say that
Look,
means yes.
that look. If a woman is giving me permission, then it's yes. But if I go over there and she steady like, get your hand from down there, get your hand, don't do that, don't do that, do that. That's a no.
Can
No
you
matter
stay
how bad I
present?
want it,
That's
I
not
need you
what
to
she's
she
stay
telling me
present.
no,
asked.
no is
Can you
no.
stay present? I'm asking you presently right now. Can any woman just come hop on it and have sex with you?
What she look like?
No, see what I'm saying? Don't do that. I'm asking you a specific
He not
question. Can
answering.
any
Mm,
woman, because it's
He
a
said
woman in your
depends.
DMs that's left on red, I'm sure. Can any woman just come hop on you and have sex with you?
she look good.
If I allow her to, but she has to be willing to do the
If
same thing
you
because
allow her to,
if
is my
I
point.
allow her to, but guess what? This has to go inside. You feel me?
Either
So if
way,
I'm wanting, let's turn it around. If I'm wanting to go do her, guess what she has to do? She has to say yes, right?
my
She
point
has
is,
to allow
my
me to go
point is,
inside to get it,
my point
correct?
is, I'm not talking about that. I need you to stay present.
Oh,
I'm talking
shit.
about your penis. Can anybody can just insert your penis in them? No, they can't. You have to get permission as well. You don't think men get raped
Well, hold on.
or taken
I've been right
advantage
because
of?
this is what we're talking about though. When two people are meeting in environments that niggas normally meet in, it's normally in the club environment. Let's just be real, right? It's two people that engage in a conversation. So I meet you at a bar at a spot. I meet you. You meet me. We run into each other, right? And then guess what? You feeling some type of way, and I'm feeling some type of way. All right. You might not be feeling all the way that I'm feeling. I'm feeling I want to go nine, three bases with you. You like, nah, nigga, you only going first or second base. When we get to the room, we get to the house, we get to the car, wherever that place may be, I'm only gonna go as far as you let me. Even though
And
I want to go further, You only gonna let me if not. It's
All right.
called rape. You
Got
feel
it.
me?
Got it.
So
Now this is
if
what I
I'm
want you
willing,
to hold on a
if
second.
I'm a willing participant, yes, you're gonna get whatever pogo stick you need to
If
get
you're a
inside of you.
willing participant, it's the same way if the woman is willing participant. There is
But
no
like,
difference. I
let me
have
see.
been with a man who did not allow me to have sex with him. He didn't allow it. He didn't want to go there because he said he didn't want his feelings involved. So I have been turned down. I couldn't just hop on the dick and just start screwing him without his permission. And that's why
True.
it's both people's responsibility. Don't
But
make it
you
seem
have to
like
carry, Creed, let's be honest, you have to carry that baby 9 months. It's more on you than it is on the male.
that's why
I
the
can
decision to
I
keep
can
it is more
Pokemon
on me.
you and leave, but you keep forgetting the part that I said the agreement once you find out that you are pregnant. There is another decision that has to be made after the initial agreement to have sex. Hey, I'm pregnant. Oh, for real? How far along are you? Oh, I'm about 2 months. I just figured I took a test today. What do you want to do with it? I have you out. You have an option to say, you know what? I want to keep the baby. You need another job, nigga. Or you can say, you know what? I'm not in no situation right now to have any children. What do you say about this? Then I'm gonna turn to you and say, you know, Cree, I know what happened, how it happened that night. You know what I'm saying? I barely even know you. I would, either liked or not to have the child. That conversation is always had. We can't forget that
Hey,
conversation is always. That's the conversation that we forget about after the initial that a person is giving you permission to have sex. That's the most important part of the
got
conversation. We
PM, you
Oh
gone,
yeah,
you
yeah,
you
you
child.
gone.
muffled, friend. You muffled.
Yeah. Let
Look,
me let
man.
me let me say this, and then I need to get Shima on PM. We lost you. But I'm gonna say this right here. If when Cree you were saying can I think you said can a woman any woman just jump on the man's dick and ride it?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if that motherfucker get hard, she didn't suck the dick, whatever, and they wherever they need to be, she can jump on that motherfucker and ride it. I
What if she
mean,
didn't suck it though? Don't you give it
but I'm just
extenuating
saying. No,
circumstances?
I'm just saying because
Yeah, what if she didn't suck it? Because I
maybe
can't just go jump on anybody
maybe
dick.
she didn't suck it, but you missed me saying get hard. So if they if they're in the club, then no, she can't. But you said jump on his dick and ride it. So if she got the dick up, that's a yes to me. She can ride that motherfucker.
So
But
anybody can jump on your dick and ride it, Wizzo. Here's
damn
what the
it,
truth. I
What?
really want y'all to tell the truth because
I'm
y'all not
trying to
telling.
tell you, but you're not listening to me.
Can't no anybody just come sit on it and ride your dick. Like
Creed,
I'm
listen,
not buying it.
this is what I'm saying right here, and then I need to go to Shima because I've been saying that. So the some men, not all men, just want to fuck. They just don't want nothing but the pussy. If I'm talking to this woman in the club or whoever or however, I got to establish that I know her. But some men don't give a fuck. What some men is out there fucking crackheads. They don't give a damn. They just want to fucking nut. If that dick get up, he want to put that motherfucker in there to make it go down. Whether he nut in her mouth or ass
Oh my
or
god.
wherever. But I'm answering your question saying that he, not all men, but some men just want to release that pressure and fuck. But I need to go to Shima, so I don't want
All
to
right,
make it
can I
go
say this
between
before
us
you
and
go to
us.
Shima?
Go
You
ahead.
didn't answer my question because
I did.
it was specifically for you. It was specifically for PM. It was specifically for
Oh,
him. It wasn't for some men or all men. I was asking y'all specifically, can any old woman can
I
just come
told you.
grab you whenever they get ready? On
I
your
am.
end, if they get it hard, they can.
I'm a little bit particular, so I can't. But for me, no, can't just any
Thank
woman come
you.
up and ride my dick.
You just
No.
answered it. Thank you. I
No,
appreciate
but
it.
I was just saying that some men just care. But I know I said some men, but you asked specifically for me.
Yes. And
No,
I asked him.
I don't even fuck with white women. So no, I mean I could be some
Okay.
fine motherfuckers or
Thank you for
whatever.
answering the
So
question.
no,
Thank you.
but
I
I need
appreciate
to
it.
really go to Shima because I've been
Go
saying I'm gonna
ahead,
go to her
friend.
and I hadn't. So
Go
Shima,
ahead.
go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I'm back.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Okay. I get both sides. I hear what Falon's saying. I hear what Cree's saying. I hear what you're saying. So my perspective on that um is really like I look at my sons again. Yes, it's both people responsibility, but for the majority, we know that the women control the cookie and we know the men just want the cookie. So my boys are extremely good looking. So I have to tell them there are going to be women, they just want to sleep with you, because I had an issue with my boys. It's girls, young ladies, they just want to sleep with my boys. And so they don't even have to really ask or say anything. But I tell them there's some girls who will purposely not take their birth control. There's some girls who will purposefully, do things. So I have to make sure my boys understand, even if the girl gives you permission, even if, you don't want no baby and you can't trust her. Maybe if they were ugly, I don't know how women respond, but my boys are fine. So these women, they go at them like that. So it is both people's responsibility, but sometimes the women, they mind ain't thinking right. When they looking at these boys or you're looking at these men, they ain't thinking right. Some of them want to have a baby. And the boys will tell you, I don't want no baby, and the girls will still go through with it, and I had my son he called me from work about 6 months ago. I kid you not. And since y'all all in Austin, you understand this. He called me. He said, Mama, I'm at this restaurant downtown. I got off work. Da, da, da. I went in the restroom from the bar to use the bathroom, and a city councilwoman from Austin walks in the bathroom and gets butt naked in the bathroom with me. And I said, well, what'd you do? He said, I told her to put her clothes on and walked her out to the bar. And we had a conversation, and I just talked to her because I raised my son right. Their mindset is right. But this is a city councilwoman, okay, of Austin. Okay. So there are some women, it does take two to tangle. It takes both responsibility, but you got to know who you saying yes to. You got to be responsible for your own self, because you can't always trust the other person.
That's it
All
right
right.
there.
Let me go to PM, and then I need to hit up 7. PM, what you got, man?
Man, look, I'm gonna say this: you can't go to the show unless you're allowed in and you pay your admission. And once you get in, the woman controls everything, man. We just gotta keep it real. She control. I commend your son for raising good sons, Shima, but the women control the show. You know what I'm saying? The women role. They control their body. They control the show. They control what they allow in. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can both can agree upon it. The conception of the child happens that night in January. Once we find out in March that you're pregnant, there's another conversation that's had before it can be 9 months later. Are you willing to have this child in 2 months or whatever, in 9 months, right? At that point, you can say yes, no. The dude can lie to you and still turn his back on you and leave and never show up. And the woman can say, you know what, I'm gonna let you be in this child life, and she can have this child. And y'all can go to the baby, cut the umbilical cord, and everything of that nature. And guess what? She still won't allow you to see the child, even after the courts tell you, hey, you can see this baby. You have to pay child support. You're supposed to get visitation and all that. The reason I can say that because I've been on all those scenarios except leaving my child. I've been to court with women that says they supposed to follow a certain mandated rule from the court. If not, you be in contempt of court, and they still don't follow the rules. I don't care. Ain't no judge telling me nothing. I've been on both sides of this, so I'm speaking from experience. I'm not just speaking from that. I've also been a nigga that been in the club, and I'm talking about, you know what I mean, the one night stand king. It's nothing to be proud of, but I can actually say that I know that experience to get up and have the chick take the walk of shame, or I take the walk of blame. Whatever the case may be, it was still my decision to stay in my.
You gone again.
Damn, PM, you going at it. What's really going on? Come on back, PM.
Talking,
Yeah,
talking
my
that bull
camera
crap.
tripping.
There you go. We can hear you
I need
though.
some. I need some bandwidth, Wizzo. Send me some.
It's
I
on the
need
way
a
on
little
that pussy
bandwidth.
train.
Go
Hey,
ahead,
PM, can I
say.
ask you a
Uh,
question while it's on you?
Yes, ma'am.
If women control their vagina, how are there such thing as pimps?
Because guess
Weak
what? They
minded women.
control it enough to go sell it for the pimp. So what the pimp is gonna do, he's gonna take the mind and make them go do what they want to do. They still have to
Exactly.
make a decision to sell that coochie for the pimp at the end of the day. And then when he's not doing his job, guess what they do? They go find another pimp, or a pimp finds them. They lose that pimp, and they go take that same vagina that they control it and go sit on it, and they go give it to the man in the parking lot for $75, $50, $100 a pop. And they might do that until they come home with the feet. You feel me? So when they doing that, guess what? They are still in control of it, because if not, it's a John raping a hoe.
So but I need to go to 7, but and I lost a comment. Someone asked about, are we on the topic? Well, if you've ever watched Wizzo talk, or if you haven't, hey, we may start out with this was black men belong to black women, but we wind up, I didn't put my motherfucking notes up because I had some fucking notes over here. But we feed off of one another. We feed off of you guys in the comments. I just set my goddamn phone down. I said, fuck that phone. I say them notes for another day because it'll be another black man or whatever the fuck we may come up and I say them notes again. So we may start on one thing, but I always like for my guests, that's on the show to get and say whatever's the fuck on their mind. And if it's something related to black men and black women or black dogs, fucking cats and dogs, then fine. If it's not, don't give a fuck. Say what's on your mind and get that shit out. With that being said, ain't nobody mad but the devil, and fuck him. 7. What you got?
This lady Felicia, I want to say something about her in the comments, right?
Okay.
She said if black women are responsible for how our culture is taught, right? If they're the teachers, then are white women the teachers in the Caucasian culture? And to that, because that comment was made a while back.
Yeah.
Now to that, I want to say is our cultures are not the same. The hierarchy that we have is not the same hierarchy other cultures have. And this is why I believe that black men belong with black women. And I just want to go back to that for a second, because Mexican dudes are taught one thing and their women are taught how to be subservient. White women are taught how to be subservient. Black women are not taught to be subservient for a reason. That's because in the hierarchy of our culture, the black woman is held the highest on the pedestals, right? And we can see that throughout all cultures, because whenever we look at any type of pinnacles of beauty or sexuality, the black woman is highest on the totem pole when it comes to anything dealing with fertility, right? And that is power. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got all these sexy reds and these other women that's only known for really shaking their ass and shit like that, or speaking. They speak more masculine now, right? But they've been brainwashed to be like that, not living in their feminine energy. But I just want Felicia to know that the black woman is the most powerful woman on the planet, but you all have been trained to think otherwise. And it really kind of started with the feminist movement, because white women didn't have the power they needed to fight against their men, to show that they needed dominance. So they drew in black women. And if you research that movement, even during that struggle, right? Because they took the black women away from the Black Panther movement to put them in that feminist shit, right? So they did that to draw the power away from the Black Panther movement, because the woman was the power in that. Then they had them in a feminist movement because they needed the power, but the white women treated the black women so shitty during that movement. You should look it up. They have documentaries on it, how they had to make the sisters walk in the back, and there was all kind of crazy shit going on with that. So just understand that nobody is talking down about black women. But for what my man PM and all I'm talking about, man, I'm gonna jump back to that and say that the reason why a lot of the times, right, black men can't really get a hold on the true respect black women deserve is because a lot of the time, right, and I know this is gonna hurt some feelings, and I know motherfuckers gonna feel away, y'all gonna deny it. Black women do not hold the accountability card like they need. We're sitting here telling you got the power. This is your vagina. Y'all started trying to say it's on both of us. Have you? I don't know if anybody has ever seen a movie called Chirac, right? Spike Lee always speaks volumes in his movies. In Chirac, there was so much violence and stuff going on, right? The women had a no sex protest going on, right? If that don't say that you have the fucking power, I don't know what does. You can deny your pussy even like at all. Like niggas don't, they can't even smell that motherfucker, right? So the point is this: the woman holds the power, and the reason why y'all hold the power is because Y'all got the pussy, and pussy is power. It's one of the oldest sayings out here, bro. My
You
man was
said
saying
that
about
five
pimping.
times.
Pussy is the power. But see, the thing about pimping is this: the nigga don't got the power over the pussy. He got the power over the mind. Once you get the mind, the pussy come with it. That's like what 50 say. Don't chase the pussy, chase the money. The pussy come with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Until you start to understand and think on these levels, right? A lot of stuff that men do is gonna seem not being able to be you can't you're not gonna comprehend that shit, right? Because women think with emotion. Y'all need to start putting a little bit more logic in it. I hear all this talk of women being powerful. You are. Black women are so powerful. I honor that shit. But the thing is this, until you take accountability, that power is never gonna be activated, right? You gotta take that accountability and you gotta let motherfuckers know you got that power. You can't just say you got that power when you motherfucker want to make a point. But then if you never have the accountability, where's the power really activated at, right? You giving the nigga the pussy, you choosing the same type of dudes. You know what I'm saying? May they be black or white or whatever. You choosing the same type of black dudes, right? I don't never hear sisters be like, damn, I want to get this guy because the way he think. Sisters don't be like that. It's
I
always,
do.
damn, he look good.
I
Motherfuckers,
do.
it's rare though. That's what I'm saying. It's not majority. We gotta get that to a majority rules kind of thing, right? And so the women can really start to understand that power and who they're reproducing with in the black community because our DNA has mental frequency. You know what I'm saying? Your kids are only gonna think on the levels that you think on because you're their teacher, mother or father. I was just saying the mothers are the first teachers. You know what I'm saying? When the baby is inside the mother, you're the first teacher. The baby can hear and feel everything you're doing, even when the father's not around. The baby is listening to you continuously. It knows your voice, it knows your heartbeat, it knows everything. So people have to be more aware of these things, right? And y'all women have the power, but you have to start to understand how you have this power and not just say it.
It's
Because you can say it all
femininity.
day. If you're not acting in it, then what is it?
It's femininity.
And and let me say this, and I'm gonna come to you, Cree. Shima, then I'm gonna give PM. When Seven, when you was talking about the mind, and I saw PM doing that also, tapping. We had Andrea Moore on, and she's a pure romance consultant. And on that show, we was talking about G Spot, we was talking about sex toys, we was talking about fucking. And she was, well, maybe not exactly fucking, but we was talking about we was talking about the sex toys, and she was saying that sometimes foreplay doesn't start as soon as you get at home. It starts in her mind with that phone call and getting in her head and getting to know her and then getting everything right. So a lot of things
Talk to me,
start
daddy.
in
Hold
the
up.
mind when
Hold
you
up.
when you laying down on side of her and you're in the ear and you telling her, go on, give me that pussy. You know you want to give me that pussy.
Pull it to
Go
the
on, come on,
side, God.
shit like that. But you staying
Talk
in the
to me,
mind. But
daddy.
you off the chain. But hey y'all.
Be
So
like, he can get it.
hey, let me say this right here. And I gotta go to PM. So to the viewers that's watching, hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all been blowing the comments up. I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. And I really like it if you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel if you hadn't already. And if you'd like to be on the show, Rob, I'm looking forward to you hitting me up, Paul Wizzo, on Facebook. Send me a message. And
This nigga
I'm
saying
kind of
no.
full for the next podcast for police brutality. But I'm working on, then I have on June the 2nd, I've got one guy that I'm interviewing a one-on-one. But I'm working. We'd like to get you on maybe our barbershop talk. Barbershop talk usually consists of just a whole bunch of random shit. So make sure you send me that message and subscribe. And appreciate all you guys. But let me go to PM and then we hit Shima and then we're going to get ready to get out of here because we've been going a couple of hours, but the conversation is fire. PM, run that shit.
Yes, sir. If you have Wizzo Talk 8972, man, make sure you hit that like button too, man.
Yeah.
It's free to hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? You get this content every time it comes across your screen and things like that. Like Rob said, he ran across it. So you hit that like button, you subscribe, you do all that stuff to Wizzo Talk. Guarantee you'll catch these type of conversations every time they fall through. And I just want to let you know, like everybody to know that everybody's life experience is gonna be their life experience, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nothing that we all say in here is concrete to what we say because everybody has to go walk their own different road. So I've lived a certain lifestyle, and I like to say that I'm living a normal lifestyle right now. You know what I'm saying? Because if I give you some stories off the record, off this podcast, you'd be like, this nigga's crazy. But um, everything that we go through.
Pimping them
Yeah,
hoes.
everything that we go through here, man, is just like, you know what I mean, is everybody different life experiences. You know what I mean? I've dealt with a lot of stuff. So, you know what I mean? Don't take this for part. And Rob, I definitely want to try to have you on too, bro. Like you look like you might have a lot of conversation that can go, go a long ways on the podcast. So long when you join Wizzo, you know what I'm saying, hit me up too, man. The PM lifestyle at gmail.com. I'll send you an invite and we can have a lot of conversation, man. I want to thank Wizzo and Seven, man, for just welcoming me into this space, along with Creed too. Like y'all really have, put me in this space, man, to, you know, get my stuff going and stuff like that. And I've seen a lot of support from you brothers and sisters more than some people I didn't grew up and known all my life. So I want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what's up. And PM, on that note, I have to thank Creed because Creed turned me on to you.
Yeah.
So I mean, and we've been, like you say, it's so easy to like, share, and subscribe and support one another. It don't cost anything. Maybe you don't like watching it, but you're gonna hit the subscribe, hit the share, and stuff like that. So man, I mean, I thank Creed for turning me on to you. You've been on Wizzo Talk a few times, and when we have the barbershop talk, it was kind of crazy because you're a barber, and that was just some real good shit right there. So with that right there, I appreciate you. So
Sure,
let's come up
sure.
here to Creed right quick. Creed, what you got?
I had to go running and put my food on. I forgot I had to cook dinner before I go to work tonight.
Yeah, you probably went off there and dropped the turd, but go ahead.
Oh,
No, I got food in there. If I would have dropped the turd, I just would have said that too, because I really
Okay.
don't. That's a human bodily function. I really don't care. But no,
Okay.
anyway, I think this was really good tonight. I appreciate you having me on. I kind of miss being on your show. I don't know, you got other people on there, so I can't get on your show sometimes, but it's all good. Whatever. Do what you're trying to do. I thought Pete wasn't gonna thank me, and then I was gonna do like this, but he kind of added me on the end. But it's okay, I play my role, whatever that is. I appreciate all of you gentlemen, all y'all perspectives, all of y'all thought process, and I just love the fact that y'all come on and y'all talk real stuff, like, and share real stuff. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people not even bold enough to come on the show. Like, they got to be in the comments saying all this stuff. Like, but y'all come in, y'all show your face, y'all stand on what y'all believe. I love that. That's a very attractive trait for a man. And with that being said, y'all check out Cree 21 Boom 2. Y'all know your girl on YouTube, all one word. Come holler at me. Y'all know I'll be looking for guests. Anybody in the comments want to come on and show your face on my show, I'll be more than welcome to have you as well. And thank you, Paul Wizzo. I got to get back here in this kitchen because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Oh, hold on.
I don't want you to leave yet because I gotta just say, yeah, you kill me doing that damn dance like that. But Creed, if you remember, I sent you a message and said I scheduled this on Wednesday just for you because you like going to Taco Tuesday. I invited you the last time, but you said, "Oh, Wizzo, it's Taco Tuesday. Maybe I'll jump on for an hour and get on off." So I scheduled this on a Wednesday just so you can skip. You didn't have to skip Taco Tuesday. But you always welcome here on Wizzo Talk because you one of my partners. So I appreciate you wholeheartedly. So thank you and get back to that cooking. We appreciate you. Let's go there.
I gotta eat before I go to work tonight.
Miss Shima, come on, Miss Shima. What you got closing
Y'all
out
have
right
a good
here?
one.
You too.
to you too. Yeah, well, I'm gonna join in on that. Thank you for having me on Wizzo Talk, and I've been on PM, and I've been enjoying the topics, the conversations, and again, I enjoy your space anytime a man allows me in it. Okay, so Seven. With that being said, the femininity gets real. Okay. Yeah, a lot of women don't know how to walk in their femininity and all, and get the responses from the men and uplift the man to be the king that he is. It is a balance to that, but just something we have to keep communicating about, working on till we get that thing right. Because there's nothing more that sits stronger in my heart than to see my man lifted up. My man ain't supposed to be standing on me. I'm supposed to be standing on my man. And so we definitely want to lift the black man up, figure out how we can change the way we talk to him, the way we deal with him. So that's something us women can work on to lift the men up, regardless of if they can control their genitals or not. We still must honor the black man. We still must speak respectfully and lift him up, regardless of his rights and his wrongs. Let's be a solid foundation for the men.
All right. And Shima, before you get ready to get out of here, I'd like for you to tell everyone where they can find your music and your book.
Yes, my book, you can go to my website, futuremepro.com. My books are on there, some merch, bags, candles, shirts is on there. My YouTube channel is Help Me Out. Help Me Out with Shima Lab, personal development and premarital life coach. And there you'll find links. But my book is at Walmart, Target, Barnes and Noble, Amazon. Um, and the music is on any streaming platform except for Spotify. You can even purchase the albums on my website or on iTunes.
Rob is saying put it in the chat. If you put it over in the chat, I copy it and paste it over off into there. I have read her book. I really did enjoy it because I support it.
Okay.
I've purchased. It's been a few ladies on the podcast, and I purchased their books and read them, and really have enjoyed them. So once again, Shima, hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate you bringing this topic up. And like I say, this was hot. We started right here with black women, men, and shit, and we wind up all over the goddamn place. And so we are. I appreciate you bringing that topic. So we're gonna hit 7 up, and then I need to come back to PM. So 7, what you got getting us up out of here?
I see when I read the comments, I just want to say that a lot of people are really emotional, and they think in their emotions, right? They don't listen to rationality. And I don't think a lot of people understand how to think properly. And I don't blame it on them, right? It's weird because I'm speaking about the power of the black woman, and I see people saying stop blaming the black woman for everything, and you can't put it all on them. This is the thing: if we're gonna say the black woman is the creator of us and creator of all, which science has shown that everybody has come from a black woman, right? And especially Felicia, I need you to listen to this. If we say that everybody come from a black woman, right? One of the key principles to being a leader is taking responsibility. I'm not saying everything that goes wrong is y'all fault, right? But what I'm saying is this: a lot of the problems stem from you all, right? Because you all are the creators of all. You have to own your power. I'm not trying to dog y'all or nothing, but the thing is this: if you want the title of being a leader, you got to take responsibility for what the fuck is going wrong. Men as leaders, right? We have to take responsibility for the things that are going wrong, whether we're responsible for them or not. As a leader, this is what you do. If you want the title as a leader, as a black woman, and you want that power, you got to take responsibility. You know what I'm saying? On all charges, you got to take that shit. It may be a hard pill to swallow, right? But it's a responsible thing to do if you're a leader, because at the end of the day, right, if it all fell on a black man, we would have to take that regardless. We would have to take that, and we would have to understand how to adjust from that, and we would have to understand how to move forward and be more calculated the next time if you're going to be a true leader. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, man, we in the trenches with you, and I'm not trying to blame everything on y'all because we together, period. But if you're going to be the leader, you still got to take that responsibility. Stand up on that shit. Because a lot of this push forward is for y'all's pleasure in society. Then you won't understand where the problems are stemming from.
All right, that's what's up. And 7, before you get out of here, tell everyone where they can find your merch and your podcast.
You can find me on Spotify under Cosmic Currency 777. And then you can also find me on all the platforms under After Real Truth. And if you Google After Real Truth, you'll find my site on Threadless. And you can check out some of my art on Tumblr and grab some of my clothing. I have to. Thanks.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Been good having you on. Okay, PM. I had to just come back to you one more time. I know you was giving some closing comments a while ago, but I just wanted to hit you up one more time with anything else you might want to leave with the viewers.
Yeah, man, I want to say thank you for having me on. If you guys want to tap into me, man, you can find me at the PM Lifestyle on YouTube. That's the PM Lifestyle on YouTube. Everything else, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, is gonna be for Lon McKnight. And just to let y'all know that these are all, like you said, this conversation, this is good dialogue between brothers and sisters, man. We this is healthy for us at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? This is therapeutic. I do it in front of the barber chair, behind the barber chair, and things like that. 20 times a day with different people. And you know, if you just tapping into Wizzo and getting a bar of this information like this goes on quite frequently. And I like to thank Shima, Seven, Wizzo, Cree, and even Rico. He's not here, and Chocolate Buddha. It's a lot of people that support what we have going on. It's a movement. Support the movement. I got merch coming soon, so it's the PM Lifestyle merch, lifestyle shirts for men and women. Tap in with us, man. Follow us, and if you want to be on the show, man, just inbox us, man. The PM Lifestyle at gmail.com. And like they say, that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Hey, PM, I hope you didn't mind me going kind of clarify about that shoot up the club a little bit.
I don't know, man. Everybody needs a little bit of clarity. If not, they would have got hit by a couple of rounds.
No doubt. Hey, Rob, make sure you hit up PM Lifestyle, man, so we can get you on the show or whatever, too. We'd like to have you guys on there.
Yeah,
All
right.
of my viewers, hey, I appreciate the love and support that you guys was watching and tapping in, and the comments has really been blowing up off the change. Rice, I see you. Appreciate you tapping on in also.
Rice.
And Rice will be on, I think he's on the one about police brutality. I can't remember. I got it on my list. But hey, you guys subscribe to Wizzo Talk. Subscribe to everyone here. Let's support us all. And let's see about coming together, and supporting us. It's easy to do. It's free to do. And PM, I'm definitely going to grab one of them shirts. I'll be checking out your merch with that PM on there and shit like that. I say, man, I got to get one of them motherfuckers like that too. So,
Yeah. I got some stuff coming, man. We posted a little bit later. You'll see it. I already know you're going to like it because you always liking and following. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, most definitely, man. I'll be at work sometime and guys be posting and, I hit the like and share. Sometimes I don't get to watch the whole video, but I watch out different things like that. Hey, and that's how we got to do, man. Start supporting one another. And as Chocolate Buddha be saying sometimes, these conversations are good. It's a start. We start and we're having a conversation. And maybe it'll break off to Rob right here. Maybe it'll break off to somebody else right here.
Yes.
And then we'll kind of continue that. And Rob, we're going to get him on the show. There's a couple other people in the comments. We get them on the show. And then they'll branch out and they'll share it to someone. And then we'll start that movement and start that shit to going. Because guess what? Black people have guns too. That's all I'm gonna say, And with that being said, ain't nobody mad but the devil. Guys, y'all maybe put up our fucking notes, but that's how we go, man. We just keep it uncut, it's unedited, it's unscripted, it's all that shit all in one. And with that being said, guys, hey, I appreciate y'all. Until the next time, this is Paul Wizzo saying, holla at your boy, and we gonna get up out here.